Hey everybody, I'm back. It's just gonna work. Yeah. The song just started. Oh, sorry. It'll be there. It'll be there next time. Right when the song dropped. Sorry. I don't really hear it. If I were listening to it, I probably wouldn't have done that. Wouldn't have given you guys the blue spheres, the azure orbs. Doomin' time. Look, the planet's normal now. I had to disable like parallax, or no, it wasn't parallax. Some kind of weird mapping thing was just scuffed, and it was causing big problems. Resurrection of Evil. I don't know why they use the Diablo font, which is weird because it's. I guess it is a font. It's kind of a gothic font. Reminds you of like Catholic Satan. Yeah, the 14 Stormblood opening. Hey, all right, give me a little credit. I'm the one who added it. I didn't make it. I didn't do anything but download it from YouTube and volume level it, and then put a little border around it. All right, Phobos Lab, Sector 1, I guess is, yeah, the most recent save. From, gosh, more than a month ago. I am very impulsive with the games I play. The evilest of fonts? Yeah, I mean, there's like fonts that are all slashy and look like they're stabby. How you liking Windows on your deck? It's convenient. It's really neat. It is a very small thing. I mean, granted, I also have a Microsoft Surface, which is kind of my work machine, and that is magical in its own way, or always has been. But yeah, the deck having like a, yeah, that's right. There's like a weird ghost gun floating in front of me. That's weird. I think that's kind of visible. Like the rectangle is kind of visible for some of the guns too. It's a weird mod problem. I did see somebody posting about that on forums. Yeah, you.
Marine, if you're hearing
it's super noticeable in here.
You must get the artifact to Delta Labs by using the Phobos experimental teleporter near your position. I have the information from Dr. Cloud, and the only way to end this is to bring that teleporter online and transfer to Delta. The artifact can be destroyed by taking it over.
Hey, sorry. Paying attention to the lore. Yeah, Tiny Fat Kid, GDQ. Always wondered for years about going, but it's still pretty awesome to catch a good block at home. It is. It is. The viewing experience, like GDQ, has always been a streaming event. So really the best seat in the house is the one in your home. That said, you know, that's right. There's the, sorry, I'm trying to remember the button. So, I think it's like this and then mouse wheel. Yeah, and then you can absorb people. All right. GDQ. So I have a couple of perspectives on that. One is just going as an attendee, and another as being a volunteer. So I'm not sure like which perspective you're looking for. I'm gonna guess from the way you phrase that. Oh wait, that is a new gun. From the way you phrase that, F is rocket launcher. F switches between flashlight and rocket launcher. No, never mind. I keep forgetting F switches to flashlight and then back to the gun you came from. So I don't think rocket launcher has a bind right now. Which is another... Sorry, I'm getting really distracted. This is another problem with this particular modded version of Doom 3. I don't know how, but the binds are wrong. Not only are the binds wrong, but the labels are wrong. Like, these do not correlate. When I hit 1, I don't get the machine gun, I get the pistol. I had to figure that out just by hitting random buttons and figuring out what went to what. I guess 0 is the grabber. So if I press 0 when the grabber comes out, that means that 0, like, anything I put here will actually bring out the grabber. You know? Okay. So it says rockets X or Z, but that's not pulling out anything. So I have to find a button where I know what it is, and then bind it to the rocket launcher, because that way I can actually use it, because now there's no way for me to pull it out. So it's X. That's not. So Z is chain gun. X isn't anything. Oh, chain gun is Z or X. Okay. Well, let's try this. That means this is chain gun. I don't want chain gun to be. Chain gun should be this. Oh, that's really annoying. I can put Z on something. What are the BFG at? Z is... Oh, wait. That's grenades. Which I don't really need. Oh, that's right. That's what I put grabber on. Somehow the mouse button worked. Mouse 5 for grabber. Okay, so that's grabber. Shucks. If none of the... Like, I have to find... One of these buttons must bring out the rocket launcher, right? Because they're all bound. So something's gonna... Sorry, did you apply to be a host or did you get invited? I applied. I had to apply and do an audition. I was worried about this, that there might be a weapon bind that isn't in the GUI, like isn't in the UI. Oh, it's G. Okay. Okay, this is rockets. I want rockets to be... I guess usually it's R, except you have to reload in this game. Being the host for Doom must have been quite an honor, but what's the setup for the audience? A couple of giant projectors or something? Yeah, that's literally it. Yeah, I guess I was curious about that. Yeah, okay, so spectating the event. Like, there was a desk for badge pickup, because you had to register. So you just put down your name and stuff. And you can book a room at the hotel under a group rate, but you gotta get there. And then, yeah, if you've registered, you just walk up and ask for your badge. And they give it to you. And then, yeah, there's just a ballroom that had a ton of spaced out chairs. I will say that, like, the on-site audio and video was really good. The screen was nice and clear. It was a projector on a screen, but it was visible from... There were 2 of them on both sides of the stage, and they were visible from the whole room. It was either, like, that, or if you were in the very front, there was, like, a stage monitor you could watch. And then there were the people on stage, but, you know, it's just, like... It's people sitting in chairs, and it's somebody sitting at a computer, and then it's a host sitting at a table. So there's not, like, a lot of visual... What's happening on stage isn't, like, the thing to watch, right? So that doesn't really matter. But it's there. You can, like, see it happening. But yeah, one thing to think about is you don't have chat. I did see a few people bringing tablets just to watch chat. Because you can put, like, the app into chat-only mode. So I understood that, because, like, animated emotes and stuff, and the way that the Twitch has kind of curated the way emotes work has made things like Games Done Quick really fun, because you get to see all these emotes from all these channels you've never seen before. I guess I just really don't watch that many channels where that's kind of the thing. But you know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of people bringing, like, flags and posters and stuff to sporting events, and just showing them, and you kind of see them in the audience, right? Very similar energy there, but I thought that was super cool. So that's always something that I appreciate about Games Done Quick, and I like the chat experience. Oh, you were spamming mine? Oh, thank you. I've actually seen... I don't know if I've seen you. It may have been you in other events, but yeah, I've definitely seen my emotes pop up sometimes. And I'm like, oh. Alright, I was in the middle of figuring out what I want rockets to be, which is not this. It is... Geez, yeah, it's this. I can see. I don't know if I'll remember that, but luckily, I don't know. This game is less about switching to guns quickly and more about changing to the appropriate gun and cover and then shooting that gun. But yeah, alright. Doom through BFG, Ultra Dark Edition. I've modded it. It's got texture packs and some lighting effects. There's some, like, just good, like, kind of, like, processing goodies that weren't around when the game was made. Ambient occlusion, lens flares. Lens flares were just starting to happen. Anyway. It's pretty. It's really pretty. Now, I like the way it looks like this. I think it's a really cool shooter like this. To me, it is the perfect vision of the fake game that was always in movies and stuff, showing like a stupid violent video game. It's like guts and demons and stuff. I think it actually does look like that. And that's so cool. But yeah, game's done quick. I'm sorry, I'm bouncing between so many topics. I think it's worth it to go. I enjoyed being there, but I also kind of like when I went to a lot of restaurants in Minneapolis and stuff, and I kind of had I gave myself permission to spend some walking around money. Went to a couple bars, rode a Ferris wheel, so I did a lot of stuff. It was a trip to the city, as well as to Games Done Quick itself. So I got a lot of living in, and I think that probably has colored my experience. I don't know if I would have had such a glow about me if I had only gone from my hotel room to the stream room and back. But I probably would have enjoyed that too. You know, I've spent many Games Done Quicks exactly like that. So. Yeah. This is the first year I was in chat. I paid the $5, ate a burger with cheese in it. Hey, I did too. It was delicious. So yeah, that's fun. I would go back. Oh, good lord. Oh, God, the screen wiggle. I don't remember the screen wiggling so much. Woo! Hold on, fellas. Huh? Oh, what? Oh, I got super speed. I got berserk, basically, I guess. That's right, bullet time. That's cool! I thought you threw it. I thought you threw it and it would, like, just find somebody and absorb their health. Is that a different button? No, I'm thinking of the soul cube. Yeah, it's a different thing. Oi, okay. Alright. Okay, figuring it out. It's a lot of recoil. Yeah, this game is like, again, I just keep thinking of that fake video game, and I was like, bang, and then very, like, very camera motion smoothed sweeps of camera angles, like E3 gameplay. That's what this game is. Like Rise, Son of Rome, which is a sick video game, and I think some people are starting to remember how cool that video game is. Order 1886. There's a little more video game to do with 3 of it still. Oh! Panic shot right there. That lighting. I feel like getting a strobe light to blink on a hulking enemy was the technological goal of most of the early aughts. Like every Silent Hill wanted to look like that. Oh, good lord. Just hanging out, though. Just taking it easy. Moseying on from place to place. This Rise good. I never played it. It was fun. I don't know about good. Good is going to depend heavily on your tolerance for, like... Jeez, that's so weird, that little cube around the gun. It's so noticeable. The only recourse I have about that is to just individually turn off every single setting until something affects it. But that could just as easily go the other way. That could break something. So I'm hesitant. Look at this blinking hallway. Ugh, gosh, Doom 3 is just so filled with, like, impeccable, creepy video game hallways. Dead Space. Dark Space. No, this is Dark Space. Dead Space did it too. Dead Space is just like, chef's kiss. Oh, Callisto Protocol looks like it's going to be so much this kind of thing. It seems like such a slam dunk as an aesthetic. It's weird that it's not Rift on board. Mr. Cookie Lee, thanks for the prime. Sorry, strobe warning. I should probably say that. Actually, I should definitely freaking put a strobe warning in the title. Because, yeah, the guns in this game strobe big time. Forgot about that. Yeah, it's Doom time. Look at that. Look at that guts, man. His guts hanging. Literal guts, man. His guts hanging out. And he's like, he's no threat, right? He's only there for me to do this. Boom. I can see all of his meat chunks falling to bits. So good. Alright, I can take it back. He's there to draw your attention to the soul you can harvest. That is such a sweet mechanic, man. Why didn't I remember that? This game had that. You played OG Baldur's Gate? Yeah. It was one of the first games that I tried when I got a PC. Because it was like reviewed so highly in PC Gamer. Which was like the publication that I used to kind of introduce myself to PC culture. God, what an incredible magazine that was. Still a really good outlet. I read it a lot. Anyway. Yeah, I tried it. But the only RPGs I'd played until then were JRPGs on console. And Baldur's Gate was too much for me. I could get used to Fallout. Fallout was like the game to get me on CRPGs. It was the first game that I could actually like figure out. I remember trying to play like some other shit. Heroes of Might and Magic, maybe. Just like some pretty deep arcane PC RPG stuff. And I just couldn't. I don't know why. It was just like weirdly intimidating. I didn't know where the fun was. I had to learn too much, kind of thing. Just kind of didn't stick with them. Yeah, Baldur's Gate. I remember rolling a character, doing some dialogue, like doing like a couple of fights in a dungeon, and then I had the audacity to roll a wizard because who wouldn't want to like throw some fireballs around? And I had 4 hit points because Baldur's Gate is like that. It's like D&D 3, I guess, 3rd edition. So I got stabbed one time, and I was dead. I was like, well, I thought the game was broken, but I was like 50-50 on the game either bugged out or I just don't know what I'm doing. Like, I don't know what I'm doing so hard. And I didn't know what I was doing because I didn't know that that was intended, you know? I didn't know that, like, the game was designed around save scumming. To some extent. Save scumming was just not, like, in my lexicon because I'd only played console games that have save points. So, like, it was just a different philosophy of game design. So thoroughly disconnected from any sort of RPG experience I'd played. Star Wars-ass door. Doom doors are pretty iconic, huh? I can hear a Doom 1 door. Like, some sci-fi movies will have Doom sound effects just ripped in there. It sticks out like the Wilhelm scream. Such a high musicality to Doom 1's doors. I swear, like, this is a weird theory I've had for a while. And I let me see how I can present it. I came to this realization when I heard like somebody was watching a clip from Lord of the Rings and somebody shot an arrow. And all I did was hear the arrow noise and I was like, oh, somebody watching Lord of the Rings. And I was like, holy shit. Arrows in Lord of the Rings have a sound. And they don't sound like thwoosh. Like, it doesn't sound like an arrow. There's a chirp. And it's unique. And it made me think about Indiana Jones punching a Nazi. It's a very specific and unique sound effect. Or like anything in Star Wars. I feel like the entertainment properties that have those sounds, like all the big entertainment properties seem to have a sound identity. Or a Matrix gunshot. So different than any other gunshot in any other action movie. Which is interesting because all the gunshots in the Matrix video games sound like Matrix guns. So it really drives the point home. But I don't know, I was thinking about that. About the just iconic sounds. I guess there's been a... And what's crazy is to watch the attempts where somebody tried to make an iconic sound, but it wasn't iconic. I think Masters of the Universe tried to do that. Yeah, see? This is why we have a strobe warning. I want to look at it more, but I feel like I don't want to seem like I'm trying to antagonize anyone in the audience. Links, though. Yeah, the subsonic charge and Attack of the Clones. Ugh. I love that even, like, sound design is no longer restricted to what you can make in real life, and then, like, the layering and effects thereof. You can summon acoustic waves of any type, so it's purely down to imagination and expressiveness. Yeah, Star Wars has just an absurd collection of incredible sounds. I was checking that because I'm thinking about the sequels, and I can't think of... Nope, I got it. I was trying to think of an iconic sound effect. Ironically, I think the biggest sound that I can think of from the sequels is absolute silence. Like the sound design of the hyperspace jump that cuts the ship in half. That is so sick and still sticks with me. There's some good music cues, but in terms of sound effects, it's really just that one, the use of, or the entire non-use of sound in that one shot. Huh. At that spooky hallway. Showing off the lighting even more now. What if it twirled? There's like... there was a robot exactly like that in Base Doom 3, except it didn't spin around quite so much. Like, oh god, just spin it all over the place. These sweet shadows. I'm kind of surprised sometimes at the restraint in Doom 3. There's a couple of rooms that are specifically like, look at this twirling light! And I always do. And I'm just kind of surprised that there aren't more rooms like that. Crackle of Kylo's saber. Yeah, it does have like a kind of a diesel hum to it. Boy. Don't F around. He will consume a living soul to go into hyper mode just to cram a double-barreled shotgun directly in your mouth as soon as you spawn into this reality. You get some sick hell powers in this. You really do. I did not remember that at all. You know, it's weird. I have a hair in my mouth. I feel like I definitely remembered my takeaway of this expansion being, man, anyone who was disappointed with Doom 3 should play this because it apparently does everything that people wanted, except a flashlight and a gun. But you got to just trust Art on that one. Trust Carmack's vision. You can't go wrong. But yeah, I remember it being a lot faster paced. A little much. Just looking at Kylo's saber, it's an actual mechanical mess. I really liked what they did. Like, he's got a unique sword fighting style. He's got a unique look. Like, it's very European. You know, it's very, like, knight. He's got a hilt. And I loved his like, expressiveness of his sword fighting. Definitely, like, probably the... Man, not the writing. Never the writing. But geez, the physical expression of Kylo Ren in the sequels was really like a bullseye. Could not be cooler. Which is frustrating, given everything else. But yeah, I think they nailed that beyond nailing. It's like they found an entirely new visual style for sword fights. after like mixing in some of the more flourishy stuff with the prequels. Oops! I was trying to do this. Not much finesse, but a lot of raw power. Yeah, and I kind of got it like it matched his character too. I'm like, okay, I get what you're doing here. I'm picking this up. I like the brain popped out. I like the construct because that is sort of his character, or was? I don't know. Right up until the very end, they were trying to find ways to not really nail him down. The idea of Trail of Embers, gosh, just the visual in Force Awakens of like Kylo, and then like since the sun's expired, like the planetary temperatures dropping and it's snowing in that like forest, right? Oh wait, the planet was fucked. What sucks is there was a shot in the trailer of Kylo like limping with a big like animalistic limp through the forest, presumably chasing after Rey. And it was such a good shot, and it's not in the movie, and I don't know why, because my God, is it a great shot. I guess it's just really good for. I mean, it's incredible for the trailer. Maybe it just didn't work. I don't know. Maybe it made him seem too imposing. I remember getting really excited because I was hoping that shot was longer, because Abrams is really good about pulling one shot through to another one in a way you don't really expect, in a kind of roller coaster sort of way. So I was like, oh man, if he does like an Abrams roller coaster shot from that angle, it's gonna be fucking bananas. And I was really, really excited to see what that might be, and it just wasn't even in there. So I was like, well, yeah. I was actually hoping for a lot more just like visual jerk-off shots of the snow forest fight, because like they had those in like episode 9. There were a couple of long shots of like Rey and Kylo squaring off on the downed Star Destroyer and stuff, and I'm like, bro, you should this is cool, but damn it, man, I'm pissed off now. Like, oh, I gotta destination and control. Oh, that's right, the teleporters in this game are kind of a pain in the ass. I like episode 7 a lot too. I think it's delightful.
1 selected.
I feel like I've done this. There must have been a sequence like this in Doom 3. 'Cause I don't think. Here comes an angry boy.
I was afraid of that. I'll need to find a way to reroute power to the teleporter. Take the Skytram to the research sector and I'll meet you there.
They fly now? Yeah. They fly now was like, okay, it's the intro, right? Our characters have to do something endearing. We gotta remember all the archetypes. We gotta go around the room and let everybody be like, here's why I'm here! And like, let's work in a little rib tickler just to make the scene go by. And they fly now was the punchline. Really leaning on delivery. Which I guess that's such a Star Wars thing though, right? Isn't that Star Wars? Like, that Star Wars to a T is just lame fucking writing that is somehow saved by gosh darn, like, ain't I a rascal line delivery. Yeah, it's a Han Solo line? Yeah, right? That's what's so... God damn it. What sucks... Here's the thing that sucks the most about Star Wars. Yeah. I'm gonna sum it all up. Is that the things that I don't like about it now are the exact things that are what it is and always have been. I don't know how that works out. I don't know what that means. Rogue One worked out well. Yeah, Rogue One didn't have any of that, though. I feel like Rogue One and Solo were the only movies that didn't... They didn't, like... They were able to kind of be their own thing, and boy did it help. For me. I could not believe that people were upset about Solo. I couldn't get it. I thought it did I thought it did the fan service stuff as tastefully as you could. Some people still took great exception to it. And somehow that's not an issue now? Like, the fan service stuff that's done now is so boneheaded and one-dimensional. Man, in comparison, Solo had the grace of a ballet dancer. Gosh. Compared to, like, the end of Obi-Wan, like, no spoilers, but compared to that, Solo stuff isn't quite so, like, just haha, they said the thing. Maybe it is a little bit, but I don't know. At least it was like... Anyway, there were a lot of eye-rolling scenes. I had a good time. Ugh. I feel like any scene that had any fan service in it, like, still served a purpose in the movie. It wasn't just that. Maybe I'm remembering it more fondly than it deserves. Because I only saw it once, and it was a long time ago. I remember. There she goes. The weapon jerk is something else. But I think it worked. The old thing of you're answering questions no one wanted answers to. Yeah. You'll feel the same way about most Marvel films in a couple decades? Yeah, it seems like it. I mean, I think that's already happening. People are starting to understand that, like, I was always really curious about how people in mass would react to Marvel, like, post the one big payoff. Because then there's no getting around the acknowledging that it's just a cycle and that it's all just stories told for momentary entertainment. Like, how many times do you want to... How many times is it going to be valuable to kind of see the same story told? Scene of how Han got his name was really unnecessary. I think it still contributed to the film. I mean, his character still is what it is in that movie, and I think that scene matters in context of that. I went all the way here. I'm supposed to turn on the power, right? Divert power. I don't like going to an empty hallway. It always makes me think I've done something wrong. That's an explosive barrel. I think it's yellow. It's yellow. Huh. Hoo. Okay, there's a catwalk. Still has demons on it. Huh. Whatever those things are. So cool. Big goopy hallway. Oh, also, hey Thrill How. I don't know if I said how. 184 shells. Oh, holy moly. I have no idea what, I hope this might be the most recent one. This is storage lockers. Let's try that. 1 through 4. No. Game is so sick. Yes, it is. Ah! See? All kinds of demons to shoot. Places to explore. There's this guy. Give me a free PDA. $714. Okay.
Audio log for lab technician Bernard Fresco, dated 1/12/2147. As requested by the security division, I have changed the code for storage cabinet 042 to 714. I'm not sure why it's so important to change these damn codes every time new personnel arrive. It's not like... Never mind.
Love it.
I've cleaned and stored all the equipment in preparation for the upcoming expedition. Hopefully, the next team will encounter what happened on the previous trip. Man, what a mess. It's no wonder there are fewer volunteers each time. I guess the extra pay just isn't worth it to some people. Admittedly, I'm extremely curious about the entire jump process and wonder what it would be like to join one of the teams. Hell, I'm a kid. Even if I was qualified, I'm not sure I'd have the balls to go through with it anyhow. Bernard Fresco, signing.
Thank you, Bernard Fresco. I can always count on old Bernard to change the... Oh my god! Oh dear. Alright. Oh, okay. Scene dissolve in slow motion. That's pretty cool. Doom guy? Where do we stand in the timeline of the Doomiverse? This is not Doom guy. This is not even Doom 3 Doom guy, I don't think. I'm pretty sure I'm just someone else. Doom 3 Marine is, like, whereabouts unknown as of the end of Doom 3, and I think this takes place a couple of years later, and I'm another Doom Marine, running around with an artifact, juicing myself up in all kinds of ungodly ways. Dispensing my divine shotgun justice upon these demons. Oh boy. Do love a good Skytram. Back, JC. Welcome back. Talk to the cop. Good stuff. And you have insurance, right? Sorry, I missed it. What happened? Was it a hit and run? Ooh. Dude opened his door into my car window. Ah. Then yeah, insurance, right? That should be insurance. They should cover that. Pretty sure. I guess depending on your policy? Is Doom Guy a mantle that gets passed on to others? Doom Guy is not a term that's used in the universe of Doom, except for Doom 2016 and Doom Eternal. It's kind of acknowledged. And that Doom Guy is the same Doom Guy from Doom 1 and 2 and 64. He doesn't want to talk to the cops? And then, yeah, just file in a claim with your insurance. It shouldn't matter if he talks to the cops or not. Also, the cops aren't going to get your window fixed either. You can sue him, I guess. You have photos and stuff. Looks like I'm on the hook. Oh, insurance! Unless you don't have insurance, in which case, no. guess you still have to pay a deductible. Pending. Yeah. Well, I guess you can, oh my god. You can find some sturdy cardboard. Shove it in there until you can afford a deductible. See how tough am I? Man, quality tram. I'm like a good tram. A little coffee break in the middle of your game. Hey there, gamer. Tired of shooting all those demons, why don't you take a break? It's time for tram. Ooh, baby, I love your tram. Oh yeah, I gotta find the button that is... What is it bound to? I gotta find it. Okay, it's Q for some reason. Okay, so it thinks Soul Cube. Wait, Soul Cube is still. Oh no, wait. Okay, so I think the problem is it's using like the Doom 3 UI menu somehow. On top of. Oh well, thank you for the Prime, JC. But it sounds like you should cancel your Amazon Prime for a little bit. Well, let's see. Maybe it is this. Rear E. Alright, see you, JC. Hopefully you have a better night, better tomorrow. So, let's see. This E, then that brings up that. Perfect. Okay. We get your best Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson eyebrow pose with a Doom-related one-liner. I can do the eyebrow, but I'm not going to do Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson because I've never actually watched him wrestle. I've seen the eyebrow, though. If I can copy that. Mustache Party, thanks for the Prime. You were going to say you never watched the Doom movie? Please. Please. Never saw an Attitude Era promo? No, I didn't. Never once. Wrestling didn't like show on TV, I think, when I was younger. I don't know. It seems like something I would have super been into, but I just never watched it. And then by the time it like was in the Attitude Era, the most insufferable people at my high school loved it. So I was like, no thanks. That's not for me. I was pretty like anti anything popular, on top of just not really fitting in. So I just presumed through association, as a teenager does, that it was a bad thing, or that it was too crass. Thought it'd be on Prime TV. I think it showed on network TV at some point. We never had cable either, which is probably part of it. Dad was, despite being an electrical engineer, quite a Luddite. Very much. What the hell? Why does it have to blink in here this much? actually hurts my eyes. Got some big-ass artifacts. Alright. SmackDown was local TV. Yeah, I mean, I probably could have watched that, but yeah, by then I was super, super anti-wrestling just because of who I saw wearing the t-shirts. I want to set the alarm off. So yeah, I have no basis. It's weird, though, thinking about The Rock. I guess he's been in a lot of huge and fun movies, but he was supposed to have a run like Arnold Schwarzenegger's, right? I guess he's not done. He's still got a lot of years left in him. It feels like he hasn't soared that high. His movies haven't been that timeless yet. I don't know. I'm kind of thinking about that because I saw a trailer for Black Adam and I was like, I think this movie doesn't know what its tone is. Or that's maybe how they're trying to market it. Like, this ain't your... It seems to be heavy, like, this ain't your normal superhero movie. That seems to be, like, the only message, which I kind of get. It seems like people are kind of burnt out on them. Yes, indeed. Yeah, too busy wearing trench coats, riding on my bicycle. Too busy being a cool guy. Doing my own thing. What? Going my own way. I invented Sigma. Some people say I'm the Alpha Sigma. That reload isn't as good as Doom 3's. I like seeing the little, like, Pepsi can go into the back. God, this strobe gun. That is way stronger than it was in Doom 3. Oh, man. Whew. Yes, the Sigma. Sigma Pride. Spooky room with these blinky lights. This is the BFG edition. No. Absolutely not. No. BFG edition looks stupid. They made everything too bright. So this is in fact the ultra dark edition. Hyper dim. It's not all dark, like it just has areas of pitch black, which I think is awesome. I like the visuals of only being able to see with the cone of the flashlight, and also not being able to have the flashlight out with the gun. I think that's awesome. So yeah, BFG, get out of here. BFG more like, hey buddy, that's the B. Get the fuck, that's the F, fuck out of my game, G. That's me talking to the same developers that decided to re-release it. Get out of here. I'll take my community mods. Thank you. Smooth? Thanks. Yeah, I'm good at it. I'm good at that. The thing that I just did, I'm good at it. Why? I've walked in a loop. I expected to pick up something here. Dr. Elizabeth McNeil. There's nothing here but empty rooms. And a lot of dead demons. Keep thinking something has to be here, right? Just around the next corner. Oh, I picked up that PDA. That's right. I got interrupted. Elizabeth McNeil. Please be courteous in the lounge when drinking the free soda in the refrigerator. UAC headquarters was kind enough to grant the research department shipments of free soda for us all to share while working. Lately, I have noticed, and others have complained, that the supply of soda in the fridge begins to run low just hours after it has been restocked. Please limit yourself to 1 or 2 cans a day. There's enough for everyone. If this problem persists, we'll be forced to stop the shipments of free soda, and everyone will have to use the vending machines. Thank you. That reminds me of this. There was one time in Machinima where they didn't restock the snack tray, like, for a day. And after that, people would hoard. Like, the second there was any visibility of, like, scarcity, people just started, like, grabbing things and stuffing them in their desks and all that stuff. And I was like, guys, this is just, it's Pop-Tarts. What? Oi. See that Valve doc about the pink cookies? No. What is this? What is that all about? Bring a couple of cans with you. Elizabeth McNeil, writing about the conference room chairs. All thanks to those who ignored my last 3 emails regarding the conference room chairs. Chairs have now been bolted to the floor. I was serious when I said there was to be no horsing around on the swivel chairs, and they were not to be taken out of the conference room. Come on, guys, let's try and show a little more professionalism here. My apologies to those of you who took no part in these escapades. You can blame the inconvenience on your immature chair thieving coworkers. Nice. People getting loose at the UAC headquarters. They are goofing around. There's even... Oh, he's got cannon arms. Oh, no. Oh, what the hell? Oh, he's dead. Oh, he's got a TV face. Yo, cool. He's got a mouth on his TV screen face. Oh. Very nice. Man, I did not... Okay, I can go in there now. I did not remember that that enemy was in this game. Remembered all sorts of things. Weird channel to leave it on, yeah. Demons love watching the Teeth channel. Hello. Oh, little guy.
God, it's good to see you.
Ugh.
There's so much I need to explain, but we don't have much time.
Oh, it's gaming, man.
The artifact?
It's just creepy.
Away from
It was
hell.
creepy back then.
Much like the one that Betruger opened with the teleporters in the Delta Labs. With the artifact, though, as long as it resides in our dimension, there's always the danger of it being awakened, and then...
The thing is, at least
invasion.
there's a female character
Now we know it.
in the
It
expansion.
must be returned to the source of its evil.
I think there was a single, like, female
Do
vocal
its
line
thing
in
to
Doom
wade
3.
to their death. You can use the Delta teleporter to return
one
the
email.
artifact to hell for good. I know this sounds crazy, but it's the only way. The important thing right now is getting the Phobos teleporter online. There are 4 core systems that must be shut down before I can reroute the power to the teleporter. Take this. You'll need it to get to the pumping station. Now go.
Fixed your problem with misspelling apologies. Gave you a mnemonic so that you'll remember how it's spelled. Or a mnemonic to probably know how it's not spelled. Hey, see? Streams can be constructive. I go so far as to say I'm a public utility. I need to run for city council or whatever I need to run for. U.S. Senate, maybe? No, let's go state. State Senate. So I can pass a tax. Bill everyone for the distribution of my stream, which is a public good. Run on that platform, and people are gonna vote for it. Look at is this pre-Jiggle Tech? This was like right around Jiggle Tech. Only in Cali, right? Well, for now, California's gonna buy the rest of the United States. Oh boy! Oh, frame rate! Oh dear. That's okay. Everyone knows the surface of Mars only renders at 30 FPS. Jeez, why the heck? Dead or Alive had Jiggle Tech? Yeah, I think it was the Dreamcast Dead or Alive? Had a titty slider? A jiggle slider? That was the real advent of Jiggle Tech. Titty Tech. Oh! What is it? Real accurate breasts? Damn it. What's the new Vegas mod? Puts big titties on everybody? Okay. Bouncing natural breasts. That's the one. Little B&B. Little Airbnb. That's a spooky Martian sun. It's over here. Probably items like that. Their armor. Their ammo. Want it. Ha 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 ha. It was armor and ammo. The ultimate payoff. Resident Evil Remake had boob jiggles starting with Remake 1. Yeah, I remember that. There was some natural sway. Jill. It was tasteful, I thought. As tasteful as titty bounce can be. Especially in the early aughts.
Pump disengaged. Pump station shut down.
Sensors are showing the pumping station offline. That's one down. Now shut down auxiliary power to the research complex.
I have to admit, that is one thing that I did appreciate about... I always remembered even from a younger age, kind of identifying that Japanese games had their own tropes and their own problems, maybe. But they weren't so explicitly and creepily doodly all the time, which I appreciated. I guess maybe doodly in a different way. The doodliness expressed itself in a different way. Seth Killian.
This is maintenance technician Seth Killian. I'm looking for anyone that's survived, but what the? I don't know what these things are. They're killing everything. I gotta get out of here. I'm gonna try to get to our city. If you find this.
They weren't narrowly gunning for the young suburban male quite like North America and Europe. Yeah. Yes. Rayam. I appreciated that. Even though I was the target demo, I still... Well, I guess by virtue of the fact that I wasn't super drawn to games like that, maybe I wasn't the target demo, but I was certainly in the range alongside the target demo. Alright, hold on. Found the cookie video.
No.
No. Okay. I gotta watch that. I love examinations of how people behave and how logical. Oh, jeez. How logical people can behave. How, like, people can be in the Garden of Eden and still like exhibit these like mass quirks. So wait, 7,000 calories per cookie? How do you do that? If it was just a stick of butter, it wouldn't be that much. Oh, hey. Ooh. Elitist, I think. Elitist. Been watching you and your old crew since the beginning, bro. Glad to see you still going. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, big time still going. There's video games out there to defeat, and I will defeat them because I'm the gaming champion. But thank you. That means a lot. Appreciate the check-in. Hope life's good with you. Pure animal fat instead of butter. It's still like a density problem. What the? I've forgotten all the buttons. Oh, there we go. I still feel like anything in a cookie shape to be 7,000 calories. Whoa. Hidden fridge butter? What's going on? I only know the phrase 7,000 calories. And you're gonna drop hidden fridge butter on me? Cookie guy is a charisma vacuum. Yeah. Engineers. Yeah, how big of a cookie are we talking about? If it's like a pizza-sized cookie, then yeah, sure. Whatever. Brah! Guys, it's been a good day because I got to eat fried pickles today. Alamo Draft House put fried pickles on the menu for good, and I'm in heaven. Pound of fat is 3,500 calories. Fat has more calories than carbs or protein. So it'd have to be 2 pounds of pure fat. Yeah, that checks out. Maybe did you see Top Gun? I like how they vaporwaved the Top Gun bell. Got all like impressive. But wait, I don't want to shoot the aliens. They're my buddy. Do I want to shoot the health? Do we shoot health? To get the health? Does it become worse health? Aw, you're not my buddy. Been struggling to get calories or protein today, but throwing up all day. Well, yeah, I mean, yeah, you gotta give yourself permission to not hit your macros if you've been vomiting. I think probably liquid is probably what you want to worry about a little more. As long as you're staying hydrated, because you're getting rid of a lot of it. I also found that just filling up my, like whenever I have a really bad upset stomach or I'm getting the barfies, it just feels good when you go to like hurl to have something in your stomach instead of just dry heaving. So God, when I got last time I got food poisoning, I was at a hotel in Paris, city of romance, and every like hour and a half I would get up and just throw up a ton of water and then slump on the floor, watch a couple of TikTok videos, and then drink, like just pound more water and go back to sleep, because it would like, at least there would be something in my stomach, so it'd be relaxed for a little bit. Sounds like a great time. Oh yeah, yes, marvelous, enchanted. Yeah, I didn't get to go to the Eiffel Tower. Well, that's not true. I did go to the Eiffel Tower. I did not get to ascend the Eiffel Tower. Steph and I were waiting in line when I like started to get dizzy. And I was like, "Welp." Had to make a series of very precise calculations. If I were going to lose it, barf all of my goodness out, would it be better to be on the ground or in an elevator or at the top of a very tall tower? Was it a French baguette? I don't know. So Steph and I, since we were traveling together, basically ate exactly the same things that day. I had like an extra egg thing at breakfast, so maybe I had a bad egg. Or what? I mean, I got really ill after lunch, but we had nearly the exact same thing at lunch. I had an espresso after though, so maybe the espresso put me over the edge. I don't know. Weird stuff. Last time I had food poisoning, I threw up so much that when I drank water, it made a bloop water drop sound. It was really confusing. What, you felt the bloop in your tummy? How did you hear it? See ya, Iceman. Yeah, hopefully you do get some sleep. Sounds like you could use it. Oh, oops. Oh no. I've been losing frames this whole time. Tummy bloop? Yeah. You heard it. It was real weird. That is real weird. Damn. Those times when you realize that like there's really no divinity to your body. It is just a meat sack. And it's subject to all the other rules of everything else in the universe around you. So yeah.
Warning. Automated turret guns online.
If there's a bloopable space in your body, then it can bloop. I don't remember seeing any codes in these emails. Oh, maybe it's in bridge code. 281. How about that?
Attention. Automated turret guns offline. Service bridge now operational.
I hear feet. I hear feet tippity tapping. Folks have bacteria culture in their guts that excrete alcohol, so they're drunk all the time. That seems like it'd be very unhealthy to just have alcohol be dosed into you.
Access granted.
But yeah, I guess that sounds neat. How do they live? Just a little buzz. Never heard anybody. Auto brewery syndrome. Huh. Hell of a thing. What that? Chat is full of weird humans. Very true. Got some weirdos in here. Hello, Ace Kitties. Ah, depressing. Like he turns the gun the other way. Lame. Huh, they seem to adjust to it after a while, but legally they do get in trouble if they're pulled over. Ha! Interesting. Get off my wall. Demons all over the walls. Who's in charge of cleaning up this place anyway? Yeah, no, I read it a little more harshly than you intended it. I don't know if I have... So... I don't know if I have a soul cube. Do I have a... No, I don't. I don't think I do. There's no icon for it at the bottom of the screen. Ow. I instead have the artifact. This is the expansion. Ah! Ah! Ow. Go into the spooky bathroom? Wait a minute. Wait a minute. So I called up an elevator. I thought I was backtracking to that elevator. Maybe I'm not. Maybe it's around the other way. Yeah, over there? Okay. Guess I was on the right track. Pineapple nipple. Thank you for the Prime sub. Love you, man. Keep up the amazing work. I will keep up this incredible Doom game. Oh! Oh, oh, oh! That is intense. Wow. They use the exact same flashlight texture for Doom Theory and Quake 4. Well, this is modded, so it is entirely possible they did actually just yank the asset from Quake 4. Speaking of, I really want to play Quake 4. I don't know if that's going to be the next boomer shooter I play. Quake 4 is some pretty good, like, summertime blockbuster gaming, right? Marines vs. Aliens has got more of a hell yeah feel to it. It's got Peter Stormare, and I'm pretty sure Steve Bloom's in there. There's the Quake movie. That'd probably make for a pretty good movie. Guns versus Eldritch Terror enemies. Yeah, maybe there should be a Peter Storm marathon. Every game that has featured Peter Stormare in some way. I remember him being one of the first kind of like named actors that I started identifying, just taking like roles in games, not like big billing, like leading. Oh. I guess this is all for absorbing souls. The soul cube. Souls for the soul cube. Oh. Not for the soul cube, the artifact. Recoil from the rocket launcher means you can't even see it like land. For real? Oh, okay, this is what they want you to use the, I see. Ow. Get stoned and watch any Blade movie, you're welcome. Always a good call. Always a good call. I mean, they all have their own raison d'etre or whatever. I never looked up how to actually pronounce that. I just wanted, I imagined it in my head in connection with Blade. I'm glad I went for it. Anyway, yes, you're right. Blade 1 is still a hyper solid watch. I can confirm that. Blade 2 has, Del Toro panache. Blade 3 is just so stupid. Such a big, dumb movie. Reason to be, yeah. Doesn't sound as cool when you say it in English, though. Doesn't sound as smart. Is what I wanted to sound like when I was saying things about the Blade trilogy. Yeah, 3 is just dumb. You have to be in the mood for a bad movie. Which is still fun when you're stoned. It's weird to think about how hard, like, everyone tried to find out where Ryan Reynolds fit. Everyone was like, this guy belongs in movies like this. We just can't figure out where. It wasn't really a Deadpool market yet, I guess. That'd be weird how that, like, took so much convincing. Oh, it's like a grenade. It's a beating demon heart grenade.
Auxiliary power is down. Rerouting. Good. Now take the Skytram to the reactor complex. You can access the last 2 systems from there.
Last 2 systems? Does this mod have the lost levels from the BFG edition? I'm gonna guess not. No. Alright. Boss defeated. What are the lost levels? Just cutting room floor kind of thing? I'm gonna demonic my hands. King Omega? Hello and welcome. Oh yeah, the Doom movie? Of course. It's cheesy, it's fun. It's got like Paul W.S. Anderson energy.
Access granted.
Oh, it's another TV face. Aren't there 2 Doom movies? There are! There's also Doom Annihilation. Very low budget film. That, I don't know. I guess there's a couple of like shots in that movie, I guess pun partially intended, that are fun. There's a couple of like scenes where people tried, but a whole lot of not really trying outside of that. Yeah, Doom Annihilation was not good. Like truly, like maybe 1 or 2 scenes were worth watching. Raison D'Atre? How do you say it? I gotta look this up. Hold on. Very good reason for works of art, IMO, when faced with bureaucracy. Art has a right to exist. Yeah, I think, you know, it's... The concept is used in the definition of fair use. It just doesn't have... It doesn't have that all-encompassing meaning.
Raison d'etre.
D'etre. Well, that's really straightforward.
Raison d'etre.
Raison d'etre. Now I'll sound really smart all the time. Raison d'etre. It's already working. I already sound so intelligent. Oh wait. Let me go this way. Came in here. I hit a button. I grabbed the PDA that didn't show up. Apparently some parts of Annihilation were referenced in Eternal, like the key cards. Sounds like IMDb trivia. Wait a minute. Wait, where we go? Key cards were in Doom, like the video game, a long time ago. Unless I'm mistaken. I remember I used to drink a raisin porter called that, and I thought it was pretty clever. Oh, raisin porter? Raison d'etre? I like it. Oh. There's lights going, though. I swear, I came up with the best mini game show game for a panel. I can't remember which RTX it was for, but I came up with a game called IMDb Trivia, where I would look up IMDb trivia lines or IMDb trivia entries, but omit one of the words, and you had to guess which word it was. And it's great because IMDb trivia can be entirely pointless and wrong. So you have to guess what somebody would write into IMDb trivia and think was interesting. Anyway, What the? I unlocked something, but I don't know what it is. I don't know. What do they want? I guess I killed the thing, so now let's go back to the train. But and I had even an even cooler gimmick on top of it. I bought the DVDs for the movies that I was doing the trivia for, and if you guessed the trivia right, you would get the movie on DVD. I bought like the cheapest versions that I could find because they were just giveaways, and I thought that made it funnier. Because who wants a fucking DVD in like 2019? Here's your DVD, and it was for like bad movies too. So, and if you got it wrong, oh, it was 2018. I was there. Okay, if you got it wrong, then Bruce would snap it in front of you. You got to see Bruce snap something, but also you could keep the broken DVD if you wanted, but it would be broken. You'd have to watch it get destroyed. I find there's comedy in not only establishing stakes that don't matter. You can win a DVD. But it's funny to me to have an extra layer of tension on top of that, but it might get broken. Anyway, I was kind of hoping that somebody would express enthusiasm about that, so I could like try to turn it into something more. But oh, you were there at Gore? Was it at RTX Austin? It was at RTX. You guys could still do that with a collab stream. That's true. Yeah, next time we do okay. That's a good idea to use for RTX Austin. I'm glad I used it for that. I was going to ask you to shred the other disc I want on stream. I can do that. I don't have a shredder. I can break it though. I can smash it. I could ask Bruce. Well, I don't want to obligate Bruce's disc shattering abilities, so I won't do that. I'll let him offer to do that. 2 hours of breaking DVDs. I have to send 100 broken DVDs to separate addresses. Yeah, I'll admit I'm not the best at shipping things out. Here's my secret. I just don't do it. I wait like 6 months to do it all at once. So I give out hundreds of thousands of dollars worth of products on this stream, but it does take me a while to ship it. Also at extreme cost to myself. Oh, man. There's a ghost gun floating in front of me. Hire an unpaid intern to do that. I wondered, like, how legal, like, what's the legality around interns? Because Rooster Teeth put them to work. Do you regret the destruction of all those demo discs? No, because they weren't mine anyway. I even tried to borrow them once. And it didn't go well, so I had to return them. What was that update? Down I guess I have to go to reactor operations for that. No, I thought it was funny. Like, what I realized too after a while is that CDs break wonderfully. They like pop like fluorescent bulbs. DVDs bend and like crinkle. It's very unpleasant. You have to like really work to get a DVD into pieces. You have to like tear it at a certain point. But a CD like shatters. Oh, it's so nice. You know what's funny? Those demo discs are highly valuable now to some collector. I know one I showed to him, the demos he's missing, he cried watching Bruce snap them. I mean, they're all backed up on the internet, right? Surely there are disc images of everything stored somewhere. I know that like doesn't account for the romanticism of it, but I guess you don't have to feel bad because they want the originals in the magazines. Well, yeah, but then they'd probably want them in like like they have to be perfect graded in the bag that they were on the retail stores or retail stand with, or I'm making up a lot of stuff. I don't know. You're probably right. I don't know. I tend to think people tend to overestimate the value of old stuff. When it does come to 90s demo discs, though, I can see the I could understand if the demographic appeal would also like be a group of people that has a lot of disposable income. I could see like sysadmins who grew up 90s PC gaming and have like a 3,000 square foot empty house. Want to relive the past a little bit. So in the past when somebody would start to like build a Corvette or whatever, instead they're gonna put together a PC from 1998. Actually, I know a couple of people who have done that. Well, not know. I've seen a couple of people do that on social media. On that, I actually just saw the video the Digital Foundry did about installing Windows 98 on the Xbox through an emulator. Just straight up Windows 98 with an emulated 3D card that just runs on the Xbox CPU through RetroArch. RetroArch? But RetroArch or RetroArch? I feel like it's RetroArch with a K, because that sounds cool. But that was pretty cool. The author certainly noted it, but something very surreal about installing Windows 98 on a Microsoft-designed console more than 20 years after it came out. That's just like a very, oh my god, living in the future moment. Nicholas Hogg. Like Rule 34, if it exists, there's a collector for it. Well, then we can actually, let's, just add a current, oh, that's always on top. Well, let's see. I guess it's not running windowed. I'm looking at PC demo discs. I see a lot for like $10 or best offer. Oh man. The Final Fantasy VII PC Gamer demo disc. Quakorama disc. Yeah, they're like $9-10. I mean, there might have been a like a rare one buried in whatever we had. But right now they're kind of all listed for $5 or $10. $10 is still pretty good, I guess. I don't know if that includes shipping. And also just the time of buying postage and taking shit to the post office. Scheduling a pickup is the way to go. You just gotta have a post delivery person who does it. I don't know. I feel like I gotta twist my delivery guy's arms to get him to pick packages up. Modded my OG Xbox way back in the day. Only ever put Linux on it. It still runs, but I barely use it anymore. Yeah, I guess that's a pretty future moment too. Just even the OG Xbox getting different operating systems. It is pretty cool putting Windows 10 on the Steam Deck. That's awesome. I guess you could also just go to Linux desktop and use a browser and access any cloud games from there. Not worth the effort for $10. Yeah. That's assuming it sells. These are all like active auctions. They'll probably go eventually, right? But yeah, eBay is pretty great for most like classic games that I can't find. I'm lucky enough to have a retro game store in my neighborhood, which is just like
Commencing main reactor shutdown sequence.
how perfect is that for me?
Shutdown in T-minus.
There's a liquor store on one corner and a retro game store like a couple blocks away.
6.
Hey, what's up, Battleroid?
4, 3, 2, 1. Shutdown sequence complete.
I've rerouted power from the 3 systems you've already brought offline, but it still isn't enough. You'll have to shut down the life support systems for this base. You can't think twice about this. It's more important than any of us. I'll contact you again once the teleporter grid is online.
Doesn't sound like something I want to do, though. Refinance now. Mortgage King was designed to make the refinance mortgage rates comparison process easy. Fill out one form, then sit back and relax. Local debt consolidation and home equity loan experts will contact you directly to make you their best offer for home mortgage refinance. We've been in the business of matching lenders with folks just like you. Request refinance mortgage rates now. Man, that was like... I feel like this was before the subprime crisis. In real life. Maybe right around then, actually. No, it was before then. This was like 06, 07, something like that. 22. Hound of Cullen. Thank you for the sub. Asks, do Space Marines eat space crayons? I'd say so, yeah. They're lighter and less nutritious than Earth crayons. Kind of like banging in the distance sort of reminds me of Silent Hill sound design. More damage when this thing is activated too. Ah! Hey! Oh! Yeah, industrial pipe sounds. Creepy demon heartbeats. I love 16 and Immortal, or Eternal, but this game got a bad rap when it came out. It did. It did. I think that was one of the first examples I could think of people just sort of mass passing pretty flawed judgment on something. One of the first games I remember people being a little smug about not liking. Most of the time the fun is finding retro stores and not buying it off the internet. excitement of finding those old obscure JRPGs feels like you're the only one who played, because when you ask people if they played it, they just stare at you like you're speaking a foreign language. I mean, those JRPGs are usually the most expensive, I feel like, but yeah, it's fun to see that stuff in the wild. Definitely very reminiscent of another time. Very nostalgic. I just like to support, I want to support like local physical business. That's why I kind of like try to check stores first. Or check the store. LA also has World 8? Level 8? No, World 8, I believe. That has also done a whole lot of, has gotten involved with a lot of event production and stuff. Programs do I use to capture and stream? I mean, OBS is kind of the heart of everything. It's a phenomenal utility. And free. God bless open source. But apart from that, I use AutoHotkey to do some of the scripting and like randomization of... So I have like VRP or ban, which is percentage based. So I run a small script that it actually just rolls some random numbers to decide what video gets played and ultimately what people's fates are. There's some other things that I use it for, some like randomized. Well, there's some used to be some. I gotta bring that water break thing back. I still have those anyway. Streamlabs regular OBS, regular had some features that I needed and plugins that I was using. I can probably use Streamlabs now, but OBS does what I need, so I use OBS. And then to play my away from stream videos, I use VLC. When you install VLC, it automatically installs a plugin in OBS that can do playlists and stuff. And I guess above that, Windows. This fantastic copy of Doom 3, Resurrection of Evil, that I downloaded from Steam. That I probably bought in a like QuakeCon Steam sale more than 10 years ago. Doom 3 came out against Half-Life 2. There were lots of people who thought the Doom 3 engine looked dated compared to Source. Unfortunate, but I'm glad Doom 3 is getting discovered and appreciated. I thought Doom 3 was out a little bit before Half-Life 2. But yeah, they were the same era for sure. Yeah, there's really not a comparison there, I guess. Especially when Doom 3 seems so retrograde to somebody who has a PC. Yeah. Playing it now, I can see a lot of design that seems explicitly for console and for controller. Shorter distances to shoot enemies that move slower and just are bigger on screen. Spooky, slower pace kind of matches where console shooters were at the time too. So I think they still swung for the fences technologically, like Carmack Magic. And then certainly in the expansion, I think they did a good job bridging gameplay gaps that people were not too fond with. Doing his labor breathing. Can I jump this? Oh, I can't. Oops. Uh-oh, that's not good. You still hit me when I'm creeping behind this box? August 2004 for Doom 3. Half-Life 2 was November. Oh, wow. So yeah, very, very close to each other.
I'm more certain than ever that the Trigger is somehow behind this. He's reaching out from the grave in one last desperate grasp of power. You need to end this.
Yeah, no comparison there. I've been getting the itch to play Half-Life 2 again. Well, you know what? I get the urge to play everything all the time. But man, Half-Life 2, what a game. Oh, this whole way though. Very blinky. They just wanted to do Doom 3 plus gravity gun. Yeah, you don't even have to use the gravity gun. I keep forgetting it's there. I guess they keep throwing those like new imps at me that throw those big blue balls. Yeah. Pretty clear the intent is to grab them and spit them back. Oh dear. This is a good hallway for a Hell Knight to stomp down. Oh, he's dead. Half-Life 2 is still the best feeling pistol in PC gaming history. Yeah, I agree with that. I remember that kind of take. Like I stopped for a beat when they first give you that pistol and you fired a couple times. Just the fire response of that pistol is still so on point. I'm being like, oh, that's a good pistol. Some of the other guns in Half-Life 2, they're all memorable, but I don't know. The SMG is a little fuzzy. Like it just spits bullets everywhere. It's kind of frustrating. It's so inaccurate when you really need it to be. And I think it's like the only thing you've got for a while. So there's like a weird phase of the game where you have the SMG and you're kind of having to shoot at a distance where the bullet spread is taking some of your shots. Alright, do that again. Yeah! Do it again. Stop. He's so mad. Right. Get through the Xbox 360 Prey? I did. Well, I played it on PC, but yeah. Another fantastic game based on this engine. One of the few games based on this engine. Oh yeah, the flat line of the Combine soldiers. That's really quality. Like, the flatline sound of most shooters have something to tell you when an enemy's dead, like visual feedback, audio feedback, often both. Some of them are very like obvious. I remember Gears of War went a little nuts because when enemies died, they would like they would gush out like black blood or whatever, and they would like pop. Enemy heads would pop like they were pressurized. Destiny has enemies that are literally pressurized. But yeah, the man, I don't know how long it's been since I've saved. Oh, I guess we'll find out. Yeah, I think it was the beginning of this level. Got too easy. Got too comfy. Yeah, that flatline was one of the best. It's so good because it cuts above every other sound, but it doesn't sound out of place. Does anyone remember that Area 51 game? I mean, which one? The one of the dudes in berets that would scream at you in bowling alleys, or like the one with David Duchovny? Like one of Midway's last releases, I think. Oh, Blanche Fleur, thank you for the prime. Oh, the PS2 one, yeah, the David Duchovny one then. What was going on with that game? It looked kind of interesting. Oh, for real? Oh man, I feel like I did that a long time ago. I did it a long time ago. Surely I will remember exactly what to do, right? never using that again. Also didn't save again, so I get to take the tram ride. Yeah, that was like, gosh, that was like 30 minutes ago? Really? Yeah. Damn, dude. Sucks. I thought I was getting close to the end of the game. I think I'm gonna have to take a break. I gotta eat something. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna take a break. Wait, hold on. I'm gonna wait for this train ride to end. And I'm gonna save. And then I'll take a break. God, you gotta wait in here. Please eat and hydrate. Yeah, good idea. I'm here again. Yeah, when the NPCs are like, you have to find him and end this. I'm like, okay. That sounds like a boss that is about to get shot. I guess I gotta get some yogurt in me, though. Doom Guy can consume souls. I consume lean proteins. I'll be back. Right. Back. I had half of a Stella Muffaletta and a little cup of yogurt. Mixed berry Icelandic skyr. Skyer? I don't know. SKYR. It's a particular brand of yogurt that's like, I don't know, I feel like these days in my quest for personal health, I just have to find food that's less and less fun. Full on there. I'm like buying the breakfast cereal that's like made out of sunflower oil or something. Actually, I bought another Magic Spoon variety box. I actually really like that. I got oat milk with the protein added. Boo-boo-boo-yah. Might as well get some prote in my coffee. Also, I switched to singles. I'm gonna switch to single espressos for a little bit. Siggies? Yeah, that was it. That spoon tastes any good? Yes. It tastes good, but it's like, it's gonna be different. It's not corn syrup. It's not corn. But for having as much protein as it does and being like at least having some nutritional value, it's very close to a like maybe more traditional breakfast cereal. It's definitely not loaded up with as much sugar, but that's fine. I don't really go for it. I still like sugary cereals, man. I don't know, I still like garbage food. I don't care. It's weird to me the people that like, some people can just turn that off in their brains, I swear. Like, it just doesn't bother them. Or maybe I would be curious if like sometimes I feel like people, when they talk about nutrition, it's like when they eat a Dorito, it doesn't do in their brain what it does in mine. Because it is a ride. It's like at the end of 2001 when the dude's flying through the like a color tunnel, like that. Because it's like so explicitly designed to be an amazing experience. Both flavor and mouthfeel. It's engineered to be incredible. And some people are just like, no, I just eat broccoli. No, I simply choose to eat broccoli instead. Because you see, broccoli doesn't have the calories. It's more fiber. Yeah, but man, didn't you go down the tunnel? Come on. Crunchy nut is the best. I don't know. Nutritionally, nuts are great, but you cannot graze on nuts. You cannot consume nuts with abandon. One must show restraint. Gut biome can have a huge influence on that. You know, crab foam, the other thing I've been musing a lot about lately is dissecting the sensation of hunger and what I think my brain commonly mistakes it for. I think that's a nurture self-righteous thing. You have to want to like the healthy crap. Okay, I can see that. If it's more of like an affirmation than anything else, than being honest. Okay, I guess, okay. If you have to say that to the world to believe it yourself kind of deal. Maybe I'm misunderstanding. Once I dated a guy who ate a lot of broccoli. Sorry, I'm drinking a soda. He also hated Breath of... It's diet. One of them is. He also hated Breath of the Wild. He was not my friend. Oh, that's rough. That's a rough twofer. So I like broccoli. Sorry, let me put that out there. I'm actually a huge effing fan of broccoli. Ow! Come on. Come on now. Ah! Jeez. I'm getting a lot better at cooking broccoli too. It's becoming a go-to snack. Still though, Doritos, man. Ah, God. They make tacos out of them now. Jeez. Struggle. I'm pretty confident that I got it. Based on the fact that I only had half the sandwich in the fridge and it had yogurt, and this is all I'm going to eat for the night. Broccoli's good if you cook it right. Yeah, I agree. But, I mean, it's also, there's tons of different kinds of broccoli. I guess that's not necessarily true, but there's like baby broccoli, and then there's like Chinese broccoli. And they all have to be cooked a little differently. I mean, there are different vegetables. The thing that I've learned, and I've sort of gushed about this before, but it truly is a wonderful discovery, is the combination pan-sear steam. You basically can cook broccoli like a pot sticker, and it's... I don't know why I didn't do it before. It's better than roasting. It's like way better. Roasting just made all my broccoli so dry and chewy. What about the butt smell? Yeah, so theoretically, yeah, you are steaming it. So it will put steamed broccoli smell everywhere. I just don't think I react as heavily to that. So maybe this is one of those sensory things. I'm not very sensitive to the smell of, like, steamed vegetables, I don't think. But in that same way, perhaps I am very sensitive to the the tactile and sensory delights of a nacho Dorito. Maybe I just gotta figure out how to really focus in on the things that work. Hey, what's up, Charlie? Usually pan fry lightly steamed broccoli. Oh, so you do it in the other direction. You steam it first and then pan fry? Huh. So I've been, I will saute basically. I'll do like a little bit of oil, salt, and pepper in a pan. 3 or 4 minutes, kinda, until it like gets a certain sheen. There's also kind of an aroma it starts to give off. I don't know. These are the ways that I've started to dial in my technique. It's more by looking and smelling, and sort of just like feeling its texture with tongs and stuff, seeing how it reacts to a stir in the pan. And then once it hits a certain softness, and like I see a certain browning on the outside, then you throw in a half cup of water and put a lid on it. And then let it steam for like 4 minutes. So you get that like kind of crispy edge. You get the like salt and pepper, and then I've done garlic too. It depends if I'm just gonna have it by itself or like put it into something else. But I'll also include I got a garlic press. It's another thing. It's like, why not buy the tools that make the things you want to do easier to use? I'm so hesitant to do that stuff sometimes. I feel like I just don't have an imagination. I don't know that things could be better or easier. Need a garlic press that's actually easy to clean. Yeah, I have a technique. I don't think it's possible to make it just like a one-handed task or something. I usually have if I'm cooking for myself, usually everything I'm cutting is pretty small. So I usually just have it's like a knife set I got, pretty high grade knives. I just use a steak knife to do most of my cutting. If I'm doing something for me and stuff, usually I use a chef's knife or something. But anyway, I digress. Manually reload. I basically flip it around and kind of bash it around and knock out some of the stuff. And then I root around. I kind of very gently swish my knife through it. And just grab whatever membranes of garlic that are stuck in there. And that gets rid of most of it. And then just a rinse through the sink. I've tried to start to add in incremental cleaning tasks in between all of my major cooking steps.
Commencing main reactor shutdown sequence.
It's become a flurry of dense activity.
Shutdown in T-minus 10, 9, 8.
Although actually,
7,
Alana offhandedly asked me about meal prep, and it made me realize I don't do any meal prep. I'm very impulsive with my cooking, and I'm probably losing a lot of time doing it that way.
Shut down the life support systems for this base. You can't think.
A few times I have tried to bulk cook. I think that I wasn't good enough at bulk cooking, and the ingredients weren't good enough to entice me to use them. So, did you get any good kitchen knives out of that whatever box sponsorship, or are they mostly just aesthetically cool? Neither. No, I had to buy them. Oh no, Bespoke? No, I never got a knife from Bespoke, I don't think. Wait, maybe I did. I think I may have donated it to Omar? I have a vague recollection of a knife going to... No, yeah, that's right, there was a knife. Yeah, I played with it on my desk a lot. I think I just left it. I don't know where that knife went, now that I think about it. Yeah, I can be fidgety when I'm thinking. So I would open and close a knife that had a really satisfying latch mechanism. And it made me feel cool. Yeah, I wonder where that knife went now that I think about it. Anyway, it was like a utility knife. It had a belt clip and stuff. I mean, it was a good knife. Yeah, I think eventually it was more needed on set. So I think I just left it in the production room. Just to cut, you always need to cut stuff. I always got to cut something, But no, these knives are rad. Clean as you go is the way. Yeah, I'm getting better at it. Oh shit. Yeah. Good point. I got knives with my fingerprints just drenched all over the place. Draped around with not a care in the world. That's probably fine. Okay, I guess I did the thing. Okay, I'm catching up pretty slowly. Did you adjust your sleeps leading up to SGDQ? Not really, because I didn't think I'd have to. The run that I was going to host was originally, I think, scheduled for midnight. So I was like, oh, that's no problem. Midnight Central is 10 o'clock my time. I was 2 hours ahead. So I was like, oh, this is going to be easy, no problem. But then the schedule slipped a bit. The run was at 4 a.m. 4 a.m. local time. So it was 2 a.m. for me. Not that bad. I just bought a cup of coffee and was sipping on it during the hosting shift. That's all. No, the thing that was a little more rough is the next day I had to get up kind of early to do some Inside Game stuff. I guess I didn't have to, but I did. We had a sponsor that episode, and I make the thumbnails. I guess I could have done it at night. But like before the run, I was kind of focusing on hosting the run. I guess I could have done it then, but it was just a series of events that made it so I like really got like X hours of sleep. Oh, come on. Oh. Jeez. Oh. I need to come with light. Okay, there we go. Oh, damn! These rockets. I think you can grab the rockets? Damn it! Oh, the reloads suck ass. Ugh. Oh, I think it just shoves them away. I thought you can grab them. Would've? Oh, the rougher one was the... Ugh. We had a pretty early flight out, which I guess, you know, I'm pretty sure I booked it, so it's on me for booking an early flight, I guess. Whatever, but that was also the night after, like, GDQ ended. GDQ ended at, like 3 or 4 a.m. And we were, like, Steph and I were kind of just going to sleep in our hotel room, or we had been asleep. And I think when the event ended, a bunch of the staff or people who were attending, like, went out into the hotel and were, like, kind of up, probably celebrating. But they weren't loud or anything, but they didn't, like, really care about the doors so much. So there was a lot of, like, loose hotel doors, like, whamming closed at full force at, like, 5 a.m. And it would, like, it would like, rumble the floor and, like, shake the walls. So that happened a fair number of times. And then just had to get up like a couple hours after that. And then that was when we flew back and went to a show. So, not complaining. Not complaining. Got to see, this is bragging. I want to make that clear. Got to see Steve Martin and Martin Short. It was a delightful performance. What I'm going for. I'm getting a little distracted in the video. Delightful performance. But yeah, it was pretty loopy. I'd been up for like 20 hours on 2 hours sleep, kind of things. Fun day though. Ooh! Steph had, I don't think I've talked about this on stream, but Steph had just an incredible passenger. She was sitting next to somebody else because she booked, I booked my flights before she did, so we couldn't book seats together, unfortunately. Ow. She was sitting next to a dude who, I have to back off because I want to make sure I say this right. He started showing her photos from his phone, and in the camera roll, no joke, were photos of his deceased wife. Apparently it happened while, like, she was at home and he was gone. A sheet over her, and this dude was like watching a video of a tractor pull with the audio full on, and was telling Steph about how water vapor was actually the problem with the atmosphere and not carbon, and that Biden needs to allow for more drilling because China is drilling and their economy is surging, and he's just allowing foreign power, and it was just like going on from there. You're sure you weren't sleep deprived? It wasn't me. This was this guy. Did you run into Alex Jones? It sounds pretty close to that. It sounds like it was just like he just wanted to talk about whatever. Like anything would set him off, and he just kept talking and talking and talking. He tried to get her to wear his headphones at some point. He was like, "These are really comfortable. Try them on." So yeah, and then he was complaining about how his ex-wife was turning his kids against him, and how he apparently has been unemployed since like 2008 because he worked in subprime mortgages or something. He was complaining about how he had to do, like, I think he had to do paint. He had to paint. He was like painting houses or something. I can't remember the job he got after he, I guess, wasn't making money selling bad loans to people anymore. But then he was like, but I got in shape, and he just like showed a photo of himself with his like shirt off. Apparently. Real work of art. Steph got him to be quiet by watching Kill Bill, which is a good play. He thought he found a second wife. God. Oh, is this guy single? Yeah, he sounds like a real winner. I sat next to a guy on a plane like that once. He seemed fine. His name was Roman. He seemed like very jovial and friendly. But then he started telling me about how Obama caused racism in America. Like, he was the start of racism. And I was just like, whoa. Man, did we have to do that? Yeah, let's go bowling. I mean, how can I not like him? I was about to make friends with a gregarious dude named Roman. That's what I've always waited for, and he had to go and ruin it. I'm like, damn, dude. We were getting along like peaches and cream. I mean, I was just like, bro, you gotta stop reading Facebook for news. Because he was telling me about, how cops walked out on somebody because of the Black Lives Matter movement. And I'm just like, what the fuck, man? They just... Alright. I gotta be here now. I gotta fucking, what is the word? I gotta humor you. You put me in this position of having to humor you for the rest of this flight. Is there a word for that? Like, holding somebody hostage by, like, broadcasting a worldview? Life? It's just life, yeah. Ugh. Isn't that, yeah, life, I gotta deal with this now. German word, probably? Probably. Red receiver, thank you for the prime. It's just like argument bait, you know? Where if you don't, like, it's like at the end of, Last Crusade. You gotta jump on exactly the right squares to not trip into anything. And the best possible scenario is that you don't trip. That's it. You don't get anything else out of it. There's no treasure on the other end of it. It's just not getting in an argument with a guy on a plane. Oh, I'm like, now you gotta play this game. You're like, damn. I just wanted to listen to music. Just wanted to zone. Now I gotta dance. I had a contractor that worked on my house like that. He was real nice and we got along, then it turned out he think Fauci is Satan. Not figuratively, he thought he was literally an agent of Satan. But he was real nice other than that. Yeah. Yeah. There's experiences like that are scary, man. I guess the world's been tumbling along this far, and things have been fine. But like people's reality can drift real far. I mean, I guess hasn't that always been the case though? I feel like it's always been the case, right? It's always been like that. Things have been largely, we've gotten here. Any 24-hour streams coming up? Yes. I'm glad you asked. Let me check my calendar. Yeah, like 2 weeks from now, I think that's what I said. Yeah, July 22nd. July 22nd to potentially the 23rd. Going to do a 24-hour subathon for Metal Gear Rising. Never played it. I've played it, but I've never finished it. Played it for like an hour. Never went back to, I don't know why. Game made for me. Maybe the DLC, and then reading every sub-extension, reading a chapter from the third Doom novel. Novels that came out in 95, I believe. Novels based on the Doom game at the time, which was literally just man run through hallway and shoot. There is a fair amount of running through hallway and shooting, but there's oh so much more. The Mormon sniper. There's a Mormon commune president. There's the, well, let's not spoil the rest. Anyway, there's a lot of that.
Once you shut down life support, you'll have a limit.
So it's a duopoly stream of the intense video game intensity.
I'm more certain than ever that the Trigger is somehow behind this.
Trigger?
Reaching out from the grave in one last desperate grasp of power. You need to end this.
Yeah. I mean, I think she's right. We saw Betruger. He has his face stapled onto a weird demon thing. Let me out. Oh, come on. There we go. Okay, well, that's weird. It didn't autosave at the beginning of this level? Yeah. That's curious. Because there was a map transition, and I remember thinking like, okay, it probably saved. What a bummer. I gotta admit, this rocket launcher is a weak sauce. Like it's even flawed. You can't see the rocket. Why would you ever have a gun where you can't see what you shoot, or how your shoot has hurt a thing? Play Lollipop Chainsaw. Yes, I played Lollipop Chainsaw extensively. I think I got all or most of the achievements for that game. I was thinking about playing it again. There's news of the remake. I don't have a lot of faith the remake's gonna really capture the original. I think it's gonna be like a rough and soulless cash-in. That's my fear. Just because of how difficult it would be to do anything approaching that game justice. Just because of like music licensing issues. That score was so good, and I get why they can't get it again. But I really don't think anything else is gonna hit like that. And sleigh bells, man. Sleigh bells in a video game where you're like a chainsaw wielding cheerleader is so good. Luckily, I have access to a PS3 and a 360. So it wouldn't be that hard to just play the original or emulate it. I don't know if that would be... How feasible is that? PS3 emulation seems to have come a long way. I think this was the guy. This was the one that got me. Rockets, yeah, they hit me next to an explosive barrel. Okay. You bastard. Ever played the Destroy All Human games? No, never played those. I don't know why, just never bit them off. They seem pretty beloved, though. I guess they have a whimsical sense of humor. What's the appeal of Destroy All Human? You get to be like a UFO alien man, right? Going around and zapping people. Probably like those games. Yeah, they're just fun, goofy games. Sandbox alien destruction game. Good satirical humor. Okay, all right. Funny writing. Okay. Yes, indeed. I'm being enticed. Being well enticed. I've been here.
Warning.
Oh no, I have to.
Shutdown sequence initiated. All personnel are to evacuate Phobos Labs immediately. Follow evacuation procedure 4, 2. Locate your safety supervisor. Assistance is needed. Attention, all Phobos personnel. Life support shutdown sequence initiated. All personnel are to evacuate Phobos Labs immediately. Follow evacuation.
This is an ominous hallway.
2. Locate your safety supervisor.
Okay, shtick gets old after a while, but you'll probably finish it before that point. Okay. Yeah. A game that wasn't designed to be played forever.
Attention, all Phobos personnel. Life support shutdown sequence initiated. All personnel are to evacuate Phobos Labs immediately. Follow evacuation procedure.
I don't remember how many more maps there are. Who needs them? Who needs to know? It could just drift forever. You would love it because it's one of those special games that's unique and not all the greats, but still did something really cool. Okay. Yeah, those games do speak to me quite a bit.
Marine, McNeil to Marine. Marine, I've just started picking up massive power and energy fluctuations in Delta. They've never seen these types of fluctuations before. This can't be right. It's almost like the entire complex is phasing in and out of some electrical exchange.
Are we entering a demon portal? Are we becoming the demon? Marine couldn't give him a name. Unnecessary. Which, yeah, I can see how also in context of Half-Life 2 and how that game handles, like, narrative and world building, how quaint and silly this would seem. It definitely isn't trying. It's not swinging very hard in the world building department. That's for sure.
Auxiliary power critical. Proceed to nearest life station.
New discoveries.
Oxygen at dangerous levels. Temperature -4 degrees and parabolic. Auxiliary power critical. Proceed to nearest life
Main
station.
character. Oh, Destroy All Humans is a Jack Nicholson impression? Okay. Fucking like Mars Attacks level corniness.
Oxygen levels drop.
Play Half-Life Alyx, I did. Man, what a game. It just makes me wish Valve would make games more.
Oxygen at dangerous levels.
I guess you can't rush Genius, nor should you. But man, so good.
Ron Jolson, Artifact Cryptologist,
really liked it.
Phobos Labs. The team and I worked a double shift to recompile last week's data extractions. It went smoothly, given that it's work we originally did last week when it was first due. Since Kurt's got transferred, the new supervisor can't be bothered to find any of last week's reports. I guess it's less hassle to let us worker bees spend 14 hours redoing it. And what do I care? At the end of my day, I have a lumpy bed, shitty food, and the company of sleep-deprived number crunchers to look forward to. Tomorrow we'll be starting analysis on the new acquisitions. It'll be nice to do something new, even though this entire mission will never yield anything exciting.
Oy. That's a weird room.
Marine, McNeil
It's
to
like
Marine.
tons of explosive
Marine.
things. And it's very Mars Attacks.
Massive power and energy fluctuations in Delta. They've never seen
That's a
these types
weird.
of
That's a weird thing to try to
This can't
execute.
be right.
That level of like
It's almost like the entire complex is
weird, absurdist, irreverent, referential pop culture thing. Hey! Hey! Hey!
Temperature -4. Auxiliary power critical. Proceed to nearest life station.
Is Flynn Taggart trademarked already? Wait. I don't think so. I'm pretty sure that comes from the book.
Temperature
Flynn Fly Taggart. Because he's not named that in any of the games. So, 100% the pure lore contribution of the incredible author of those novels. There's multiple writers, which I guess I should have thought of in terms of its writing style. It doesn't quite feel like it switches people too much, but I could definitely see like
Auxiliary power critical. Proceed to
oh,
nearest life station.
pretty similar. Is his middle name literally Fly? No, that's his nickname, and he thinks it's cool.
Oxygen levels dropping.
I'm gonna use the teleport.
7 degrees and falling. Auxiliary power low. Caution. Main reactor offline. Life support systems.
What did the
Auxiliary power low.
defeat?
Restore main reactor
Daffy?
immediately.
David? What else did that author write?
Oxygen levels.
I'm kind of curious now. What am I... Alright, what am I doing here? What's going on? Is it the other way? Over here.
Oxygen at dangerous
Oh, the train does open.
Temperature minus
Oh.
40. Falling. Auxiliary power critical. Proceed to nearest life station.
Oh, it's in here. I was looking right at it. I turned away.
Oxygen at dangerous levels. Temperature minus 40.
Shield in front of it. Hey, Zidonia. Good morning.
Caution. Oxygen
I'm
level.
ringing in the new day by
Temperature 7 degrees.
ridding it of demons.
Auxiliary power low.
Turn on my super speed. Drink a little Monster Energy drink with gamer's choice. Yeah, Resurrection of Evil. It is. I played through the campaign and enjoyed it so much, moved on to the DLC. It is pretty heavily modified, though. It is probably even darker, maybe about as dark as the game was when it came out. Definitely not playing the BFG edition. Too bright. Don't want it. Oh gosh, look at the results. Oh, it's so pretty. But there's, what is it? Sick mod. SIKKMOD is like the core kind of formative and definitive update to base Doom 3. It's that with like some texture packs and other things. Yeah, the OG versions are really good.
Caution. Oxygen levels dropping. The temperature 7 degrees and falling. Auxiliary power low.
It's interesting because it really is just like a prettier version of Doom. It is kind of that game. But people were expecting transformative updates. Problem is, Doom is perfect from the start. It's got demon time. Did HD Reimagined not work with Resurrection of Evil? Oh gosh, that was weird. I think that is what I'm using, but it did fight me a little bit. I had to do a couple things. Like, Absolute HD didn't deploy successfully right off the bat. So I think I had to undo one mod and then turn off something in another one to get it to run like this. I think. Sorry, this was a while ago, and once I solve a problem, I kind of move on with my life. Maybe I should write this stuff down. I've tried that sometimes. If I ever solve a problem twice, I'll like write it down on a notepad and leave it there. Ugh. Change to this gun, and I don't want to change that. It takes too long. I didn't want to blow him up because I wanted to look at his model longer. Darn, they do so much damage, but I want to check it out. They're so extreme. Dangly TV set mouths. Oh, I love it. Like Doom 3 multiplayer all the time back in the day? Yeah? Man. I remember not really... I don't know... Did you have a server that you played on? Or was it like... I don't remember if the game had a server browser. I remember multiplayer was not... Didn't seem like it was a mega supported feature of Doom 3. Or was it the... I guess some people were talking about how you could do co-op if you network to Xboxes. That's pretty cool. Oh, LAN parties? I couldn't get anyone to play this. I do remember convincing a couple of my friends to bring over their PCs for like one Doom 3 LAN party, but oh, I thought I could just super shoddy. I gotta take it a little more easy. I'm starting to get killed. Yeah, it was like competitive multiplayer, but it was on the campaign maps, right? So they weren't really multiplayer maps. Oh god, this reload. Not even cool again. We had LAN parties every week. We were the super nerds. Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, in retrospect, I don't know why I didn't do that more often. He's a stalky boy. Just wanted to kind of stalk after me. Just, I'm gonna scare him. I'm gonna be so scared. I wasn't scared though. I just shot him. I went to a few LAN parties though. I think I annoyed people because I was pretty dorky. Pretty dorky and awkward. But I got a little less dorky and awkward, maybe. Yeah, Halo was pretty fun, man. I think that came out when I was in college on PC, and I had some roommates that I played that with quite a bit. Yeah, that was like 1 year before, I think. There we go. Health. So fast. How much Destiny? I play in fits and spurts. I'm pretty behind right now though. I haven't even done the newest raid. But I have played Destiny in the past. I enjoy a bit of Destiny. Big thing. Oh, TV mouth. Oh, come on. Hey, game. Hit me with that area of effect through the glass like that? Come on. So he has like fireball cannon arms. He's got like bull hooves. I want to get back into Destiny, but the expansions are so effing expensive. They are. I guess that, you know, they figured out the price they can charge. Their fan base is kind of willing to accept that. Especially if you want to do multi-platform stuff. You gotta buy it. You gotta buy all the content on every platform. Ugh. It's like, on one hand, if I think about it, it's just a nice feature. Like I can't be mad about the feature being available, and I guess I can't expect it for free because it's a cool feature. But still, it's not an artifact. Wow, okay, maybe I need to... I need to figure out that control business. Unfortunate side effect of, like, my input binds being all kind of messed up. Another weird side effect of getting this mod to work. that I think I'm using the original Doom 3 menu to launch it. It means the keybinds are wrong. Wrong. Time for Destiny 3. Yeah, Jojo, it's an interesting idea. If Destiny 2 exists, why do a 3? What would justify it? Wouldn't just making more content in the current ecosystem be better? I guess maybe there's theoretically some new and amazing God, that was cool. Feature or gameplay idea that just is. Did I shoot? I think the fireballs that detonated the rocket. No, I got him. Okay. Anyway, some transformative new amazing thing that is better than all existing Destiny 2 content necessitates like starting over. Maybe, but is that even like feasible to think about? I believe it drops fans the more samey expansions they put out in the same format. Well, it is more content for the same game. So it sounds like just philosophically you want something that's still loosely like Destiny, but more different than an expansion. Sounds like you just want them to make something that isn't Destiny. Maybe?
Pad 1 selected.
Delta Labs. Yes, the Guts Tunnel. Screaming Guts Tunnel. Maybe a fresh start, but also somehow the same thing. I guess that's what kind of like what World of Warcraft Classic does and is doing, continues to do. I always like the idea of Destiny, but never really loved the actual game. The Taco Bell time.
Welcome to your death.
BFG cell. Huh? Oh, they're just gonna give it to me. Okay, I gotta figure out what game this. Or sorry, gotta figure out what. Oh, what the? Hey! I gotta figure out what button the BFG is. Oh, jeez. The screen shake is something else. Whew. Drop me in a room full of enemies. Dang, okay. Be like that. Okay, let me see. What's gonna bring out the BFG? Find it? Yes, it is 4. Whatever is bound to 4. Okay, flashlight is actually BFG button. I think G is on it. There we go. Right. Yeah, now I can bring out the BFG whenever I want. Changing the FOV, that's pretty cool. I don't think I have... I don't think the menu even exposes the bind for the artifact. Oh, it still looks really good? Well, it is fairly modded, but yeah. It is the core technology and the core lighting and stuff. And I agree, it does look very good. There's some, you can see some artifacting because of the mods. There's some like weird texture problems around the guns. Like invisible
System shutdown.
boxes and squares.
Primary system.
I didn't like the Destiny. I always felt like I needed to grind to get new content and then grind to get to end game. The grind is not great. I mean, you're always just playing Destiny, and they've gotten better about putting newer content in front versus kind of spreading it around or whatever. And the campaigns now you can just play through like a single player game, which is great. The most recent campaign felt like a Bungie campaign. The grind is like... The grind only matters if you want to like do raids on the first day or something like that. There's a power level requirement to do stuff, but like it's pretty easy to get there. My beef with Destiny is that I never know what the more important stuff to do is. Their like quest tracker is so like vague that what the hell? Okay. That all quests look exactly the same. Oh, God, for real? I need to save more. So I'll just ping a quest and start trying to do it, and it'll be some like outdated business from 2 patches ago, and the NPCs are all in different places now, and it's like I'll just waste a lot of time looking for content to do. And, you know, whatever, waste. I'm still running around and shooting things, but... Yeah, I don't know. I think it would help a lot if Destiny's quest tracker would tell you what you get for doing the thing. Like, just tell me what the reward is, and I'll know if it's worth doing or not. I'll know if it's a weekly thing. They don't do that, though. They don't even tell you what it is. They don't tell you when you got it. They don't tell you... It's just... Yeah, it definitely requires learning Destiny's language of how they present content and what they intend for you to play and how. Because it doesn't do the UI still doesn't do a very good job of exposing it. I can see it being in service of this air of mystery and discovery that they have explicitly tried to preserve and keep injecting back into the game. And I respect that a lot. I really think that's cool. I don't think the quest tracker is the right place to try to really lean on.
System shutdown.
I think that making sure that that players can like find the content they want to play, or can pursue the long-term objectives they want to pursue. It's interesting to me that Bungie is still very subtle in those regards. The thing that they do now is they just put a big like glowing asterisk on any activity that'll give you better gear. So that's good, I guess. If you just follow the dot, the number will go up. And the dot will drag you into all kinds of modes. And that's cool. Oh, it's like blinking back and forth between between 2 different versions, I guess. That's neat. I don't know why it took me this long to realize that it was like on a cycle and things would change. Yeah, no, I think I already quick saved, but I'll do it again. Yeah, my webcam's covering up the save. You have to play through 90% of a pretty bland game to get to the fun 10%. That's how it used to be. That's Destiny 1 for sure. I've never felt that way in Destiny 2. Maybe a little bit. I mean, you're still playing Destiny. You can still kill stuff faster. You can still play better. You can still experiment with different builds. You can work on catalysts. Like, you can work on bounties. Like, I guess the trick to making repetitive activities spicy in Destiny is stacking progression. How many different things can you do at once? Now, none of them do anything because it's a video game and nothing matters. But I like the process of looking at like a whole sheet of tasks and trying to figure out which ones I can do simultaneously and efficiently. And then you get to click on it. You get to click on when they're done. Build stuff is insane right now. Solar explosions everywhere. Oh, solar's in the meta. I play Warlock. And there's a really cool solar grenade that like does this pulse and then shoots a really quick laser out to anything that's in the pulse. Ow. It just looks neat. I like the animation. I just think it's neat. I've never messed much with solar though. Although apparently Dawnbreaker, like the hyper air control Dawnbreaker. Wait, is that Dawnbreaker? The air control one is apparently pretty hot in Crucible. And I could see that, like doing some doing some drift snipes. Playing Doom 3? Oh yes. Remember back in 2016 or something during Demo Disc, they were playing Doom 3. As you mentioned, the BFG edition sucking because they took out a lot of the lighting effects. But you read the novelization of Doom? I said that back then? Novelization of Doom. I've read it now, or I'm reading it now. Perhaps I fibbed. Maybe I was leaning into a bit. I have in fact made the reading of the Doom novels a stream fixture, which on July 22nd I'll be back up to my old tricks again, reading the 3rd Doom novel in a subathon. Or I'll also be playing through Metal Gear Rising for the first time. I bought that game twice. I haven't played through it once. Some games I know I love without having to play them. It doesn't make sense, but it's true. Maybe I'll be there. Metal Gear Rising is awesome. Yeah, it's an awesome game, and man, boy howdy, are the Doom novels, the books based on the video game Doom. Boy, are they a ride. Just a real... Oh, these guys. They look like they have little spider webs on them. Ow! Hey! Spidey! Red Subathon, missed the date. July 22nd. July 22. Friday into Saturday. Pacific. Lawrence plays Little Big Adventure 2, Twinson's Odyssey. I don't think I know either of those games. Twinson's Odyssey and Little Big Adventure 2. You already read all 4 of the books and you're rereading them. No. This is a first-time read. Read/performance. I bring all 4 of the players in Doom, the story of Doom, to life. Live before your very eyes. Through my thespian art. don't know why I said it that way. Thespian. Oh. You thought the first two were crazy? Yeah, I can't wait. I can't wait. I do remember some, like, multiple people who have read them have said these books go off at 3. Ah. Which is a hell of a thing because they are not exactly centered right now. These enemies are taking chunks out of me. When is the Metal Gear Rising stream? July 22nd. July 22nd. Oh, you got the videos from October 2016. Oh, okay. Catching me fibbing? Maybe I just wanted to sound cool. Oh. Man. Oh. Looming Turtle. An excellent emote. Is there a novelization of Doom 2016 and Eternal? I don't think so. There could be. But if there is, I'm not aware of it. I'm wondering how far you could turn. Download bar was slower. I was in freaked out Doom guy mode. I have never heard of Twinson's Odyssey. No. Regale me with details of Twinson's Odyssey. Yes, Angel Frame. I have modded the game. It's darker and spookier. The Absolute HD mod pack. Alright, 634 is what we want. Ow. Yeah, darker and spookier with some other visual effect glitches that I'm not super thrilled with, but they're not too bad. Like the box around this gun, pretty noticeable around this one. Sort of, all the guns seem to have some weird, partially transparent polygon hovering around them. But yeah, I think it looks awesome this way. Cinematic. Feels like there ought to be something down here. Ow! I think I got anything. I did get that PDA. PDA? Yes. That PDF. Remastered Twinson's Odyssey. It's a classic. Well, tell me about it. Give me some details. Stop telling me how good it is. Tell me what it is. Is it a platformer? Are you a little like little orb man called? And there's two of them, and you're called Twinsons. And it's funny because they're called Twinsons, and there's two of them. And one's purple and one's blue. I'm making all this up because I don't have any information. Do they jump on each other? They go, ow! They go on an adventure. Do they have to get their magic tea kettle back? Maybe they don't do that in the remastered version. Maybe people were really mad about that. You like the version with or without the magic tea kettle? Plays a guy in his mid-20s. It's an adventure game. I don't really remember the plot, though. You nailed the whole plot without playing it. Yeah. I'm Mr. Video Games. I brought so many video games into my brain that I'm actually subconsciously connected to all of them at all times. 3D world action game. Earth is being invaded and you slowly uncover the conspiracy. Fun combat and very unique and French-inspired world. Alright. That sounds awesome. Hold on, let me look this up. I really hope I don't get shot by aliens while I'm doing this. Demons. They're demons. Twinson's Little Big Advent. Wait. I don't see Twinson's Odyssey. Maybe it's a translation thing. I see Little Big Adventure Classic, Little Big Adventure 2 Classic. '94 and '97. Huh. Okay. I think this is it. That's the one. Okay. Need it. Now the demons. I just can't take all these demons. Big red light above those doors is not the best call. It looks exactly like the other doors that also have a red light above them and don't open. Oh, this was the door I was supposed to go through. Hold on. The game, it says fiend. It ought to. I'm playing French art. Oh, like this is Doom right here. Circle strafing around a Hell Knight, shooting it with a shotgun. Ow! Feels like the movement speed and like this stuff feels very like Doom 1. I actually ran out of stamina. Oh, I didn't know you could do that. Weird. And then there's the meter that explicitly says it can't be like Doom 1 all the time. And you're like, why? Why? But why? Why, Papa Carmack? Why can't I sprint? Great cutscenes for 97. You change into 4 modes: normal, sporty, fighting, and sneak. Great puzzles, great voice acting, great story. Man. Great everything. Oh. Little Big Adventure 2 Twinson's Odyssey was the full name. Oh, okay. Are you specifically talking about the second one then? Not the first one? Or is the first one good too? Oh. Whoa! Second one is good, first is a bit meh. Okay. Very spooky. Look at these tanks though. Could go with some kind of hideous, twisted alien menace, some abortion of biogenetic engineering. Oh, something to represent mankind's hubris. plasma rifle do so little damage? This is where the, like, machine gun does. Kills these guys faster. Yeah. This gun sounds too cool to do so little damage. It's kind of frustrating. Maybe it's like specifically good at one thing. I don't know. Yeah, they just nerfed the rifle hard. Why? What do you have against the plasma rifle? You think it's too, like, it's just too fun? I know people don't enjoy themselves too much. Everyone's using this dang plasma rifle and laughing and having a great time. One guy in there just won the lottery. We gotta change this quick. Okay. John Carmack cracks his knuckles. Leave it to me. Pushes up his glasses. I think Carmack's an energy drink guy. Like, I feel like he can't be, right? Every like dime a dozen coder just gets really caffeine addled and then writes algorithms or whatever. He's like ascended though. He like just drinks room temperature water and then like puts his hand on his chin and thinks. Earl Grey 100%. Yeah, tea. I don't know, even that's too of this realm. That's another butthole. Another taco tube. Alright, let's go for it. Oh, I'm here. What? Is it a hot take if I say I prefer 2016 over Eternal? Both are awesome, but 2016 is better. That is not an uncommon take, and I get it. I think it's just purely down to your taste and what you're looking for, like what aspects appeal more. They're both totally valid. That's the long tunnel. Oh. Guess we're going to hell. Not just spooky Mars hell. Fun fact about Carmack, he had a demonstration where he choked out Jace Hall. Why did this happen? I forgot, but there's a video. He was probably demonstrating like a jujitsu hold he learned or something. Jace Hall was probably into it. I would want to get choked out by John Carmack. How can I cash in any amount of cred that I might have as a person who talks about video games? I get John Carmack to put his two hands around my throat and choke me out. Damn it. I was so amused by this image. Oh my god, I really hope it autosaved. Surely it autosaved, right? How could it not autosave? Are you kidding? Oh wait, I did quick save. I'm a genius. God, I'm smart. Does it count? Does me dying in a video game because I was thinking about John Carmack choking me out count as John Carmack choking me out? Because he did kill me in a way. He did. You know? We have to acknowledge that. It's not fair to not acknowledge it. What are we doing? Now the babies. "2016 is more heavy metal and Eternal is more like thrash metal," if that makes sense. Yeah, I get that. I mean, by the end of Zidonia, it continues down that path too. by the end of Eternal, well, I shouldn't spoil it, but if you haven't played the DLCs of Eternal, it's even more like, it's straight up to fantasy power metal by the end. So it continues on its warpath of like escalation and like tone morph. And I can definitely see how like any point on that gradient in between could be somebody's favorite aesthetic, and it could slip outside of that just as easily. They got candles in whatever place this is. It's hell! Oh, I should have a candle. I believe I forgot. Hold on. Let me shoot all these skulls. Oh, I liked Eternal in the first DLC. Part 2 fell flat. Yeah, Part 2 was just kind of a more goofy victory lap, I guess. I felt like they were trying to get a little esoteric with some of the combat encounters. You play Bullets Per Minute? Yes. And the other one, Hellsinger Reforged, I think. Yeah, hold on. Let me set up my candle. This is only going to take like a minute or two, so I'll be right back. That on a fade. Weird. No, I can't. Anyway. There's a candle there, believe it or not. Saying 2016's Creator suit is cooler. It is. That is true. Hold on a second. I gotta do some clicking. Yeah, I acknowledge that like a lot of the things that I really like about Eternal are gameplay based, but also circumstantial to its release after 2016. Eternal did the most daring thing a sequel can do, and it got more mechanically complicated. I was trying to get the lighting on camera. Awkward angle. Awkward angle. There we go. I don't know if this is getting picked up by the mics, but there's a chirping cricket outside. Boy, is that just working. Okay. Okay. And one, do you still have that gamer plant? Yeah, it's right there. For the style. Yeah, it was pretty good. Okay. Interesting that it's like very blue, but if I turn the ring light on, it gets very orange. I guess it's because it starts grabbing the blue from the tape. White balance is a hell of a thing. It looks, yeah, that still looks pretty cozy. sound of constantly roiling guts. White balance is my nemesis. Yeah, as a pale dude, not the best. Just make everything orange. That's not really... I just actually started going outside more, but yeah. For a while I was like, man, I've put my my like desk light as warm as I can get it, and I'm still looking pretty ghoulish. Getting that gamer complexion. It sucks because like technically any amount of sunlight exposure is bad. I guess there are minuscule safe amounts. I don't know. I did a very surface amount of Googling about it. But it's really just like, don't let the sun mess with your skin ever. That's the best way to not die. Got flawless gamer skin? It's because they keep it out of the sun. Got that collagen. It's still so bouncy and new. It's coffee time? Hell yeah. Coffee time is good time. Heat intolerant, so I can't stay out long enough to tan, otherwise I get really sick. Heat intolerant? I'm familiar with that condition. Is your body unable to cool down by just like sweating or something like that? Are we in the DLC endgame? I think so. I don't quite know how long the DLC is. Well, that's true. There are different times a day. Yeah. Guess you probably don't want high noon. Lancing blow. It's a slight hip check of the sun. The sun thing is very real. I know a 7-year-old lady who puts sunscreen on every day since she was a kid, and she looks 40. Yeah. Stay out of the sun. Yeah. I think it's gonna help, like, it's gonna be an interesting thing for like creators and people streaming and stuff. You can stay looking pretty good if your job keeps you out of the sun. If you're a streamer. Side. Oh, the mancubuses are pretty cool. They got the big old Cthulhu mouths. I remember this room. Oh man, that big old box is atrocious. Like, actually blocks some of the rendering. Yeah, I remember playing this specific room and being like, whoa, okay, so this is just Doom now. They did it. They just made Doom. It's just like columns and a bunch of demons. You're running around real fast, shooting them all. Yeah, I remember this room being like, okay, alright, they finally did it. And they just keep spawning. And there's actually like a fair amount of like big demons stomping around. Yeah, it's like some effect you're supposed to do there. Instead, it's just this big old box. That is unfortunate. It sucks that it's so prominent right now. Feels like the map dead simple. I don't remember that one specifically, but I think I do. Like the walls just fold down and it's just more demons behind all the walls and it keeps folding out into this bigger and bigger arena. Is that the one? Okay, yeah, that level is awesome. I think I played a version of that. Actually, the reason that I remember it is because, yeah, there was a version of it in Doom 64. I was playing that on my Steam Deck, just for the S's and G's, and also because it's Doom. And I've actually never finished Doom 64. So I was like, why not? And I have explicitly gotten past as far as I got before, so pretty exciting. Oh, Katarina, hey, thanks for the raid. Hello, everybody. I think I'm near the end of the expansion for Doom 3. So I'm deep in the video games here. DLC for a game that I think recently has had a bit of a glow up. Oh, Doom 64's is called Even Simpler. Okay, that makes sense. Because yeah, that was a great map. I really enjoyed that one. Oh, thank you for the sub. Yeah, Doom 64 is super underrated. I remember renting it and thinking like, wow, this is like, there's a lot going on here. Just the atmosphere is like not something that really happens much in a console game. The willingness to be solemn and quiet. That was kind of when games were trying to be very loud and intense. I remember liking Turok for that reason too, and it was one of the earlier ones. Turok's such a weird little game. No. You drop your keys in there, man. You just gotta let them go. Oh, slippery. Ugh. Slip slorped. Hey, what's up, Justin? Was it the first Doom you played and it scarred you? You were like 10. Yeah, a lot of people have seem to have pretty strong reactions to playing Doom for the first time, especially as a kid. Odd. I never really found it scary. I never found a game scary. Well, that's not true. I mean, I've felt fear while playing a game. Like, a game never scared me as a kid. Movies did. Weirdly, why? I don't know that is. I think it's like having control makes me less scared, as opposed to like usually it's the opposite. That's what I hear. Is it in a game when you have to be the one going forward? Yeah. A lot of people express the opposite, actually. They love scary movies, but I don't know. Something about knowing that I can shoot things, or run away, or, you know, I can hit the buttons. What made it so scary is the initial mechanic of only being able to have your torch out, having to change the weapon, or change to the weapon, back and forth, yeah. Pistol with the torch came later. Oh, that's so good though. Yeah, because it forces you to like go into dark hallways and stuff. I guess it's a little too gimmicky, maybe. There had to be a better reason for it to make sense. You know what? I never clocked that people didn't like that because they were scared. But that makes sense. Oh, come on. Straight up jump scare. That's why it didn't open until you're like right next to it. Good time for a quick save. And big lads, big angry boys throwing their lime balls, lime cotton candy balls, their Baja bombs. Suffering from success? Maybe. I mean, if enough of the market that you're trying to reach all has a piece of feedback about your game, and they're the ones you're trying to cater to, then I don't know if that's success. I mean, there was like I do remember reading. I think it was just paraphrased. So I should probably look up the original source, but something about Capcom making Resident Evil 8 actually a little bit less intense because they got feedback 7 was like too spooky, and it was a lot. 7 was scary, but it's it's a good reminder that like the goal of a horror game isn't to be as absolutely frightening as possible. It's just to provide a thrilling experience. So people were really cheesed off. They had to go into dark hallways with nothing but a dinky little pistol, and that was just too much. Push people outside of that fun zone. Then, yeah, that's probably a legitimate mark against the game. Or at the very least, one of those things you can chalk up to taste. Those are my favorite things about games, is when you can like dig down into the elements where it's like, okay, well, I can see what they were doing. They did it well, but I also get why somebody might not like it. Ominous path here. Looks like a face. Oh, there was a trailer for Avatar. Dang. On the way home from the movie, Steph and I were trying to remember the trailers that ran before the movie, and we were both shocked to realize that a lot of them had fallen out of our heads. But there was a trailer for Avatar, The Way of Water. I think that's the... Oh man, I hope that's the subtitle. I think that's the subtitle. Water in the trailer. Guys, Avatar's back. Summer blockbusters are back, and Avatar's back. Everything's back. How? My health isn't back, but everything else. We need Avatar now more than ever to bring us together. The world is divided. James Cameron, save us. What time is it where you are? 1 a.m.? Avatar was bad? It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Oh, no. Oh, my God. It doesn't matter is the answer. You have to go see it. Everyone has to go see it. We all have to go see it. I'm going to go see it. I might not like it. Doesn't matter. Ever watched Avatar? Yes, you will. You will soon. When the soon-to-be hit film Avatar: The Way of Water releases. Movies are going to be back, you guys. Finally. It's been, what, 12 years since Avatar? Have those 12 years been kind to anybody? And there's been no Avatar films. Think about it. I'm trying to think of any moment. That's smoking a lot. You're not on fire, right? I'm trying to think of any individual moment aside from right now. Happy right now. Ever since credits rolled on Avatar, life's been just mean. Been some bad stuff, alright? I had some good coffees in there. Steph and I had some good moments. Held hands once. Oh, and it's just been, man, it's been... I haven't had a good night's sleep since I saw Avatar. Well, let me take that back. Let me correct that. The night after I saw Avatar is the last good night's sleep I had in the last 15 years, whenever Avatar came out. James Cameron, I need to sleep. I need the rest that can only come from going back to Pandora again. And being with all of its people and its flora and fauna. Experiencing its rich traditions and customs. Maybe playing a song on a seashell conch lute thing. Maybe. Take me there, James. Take me. That's a James. I gotta text Bruce. Hold on. We were trying to think of Jameses, and we just couldn't do it. And I said, there's probably a president that was a James. And he was like, James Monroe. And I was like, okay. And then we were both like, how come neither of us think of another James? And we just stared at each other for a second. So, hold on. I can't believe I didn't think of James Cameron. There we go. Jimmy Carter? Yeah, James Carter. LeBron James? Okay. Okay, yeah. Oh, that's a pretty big whiff. Yeah, LeBron, that's a good one. Damn. That one's right there. James Brown. All right, yeah. Hey. These are... Let me just say that, like, out of the, 30,000 people watching, the fact that there's only been, like, 3 or 4 Jameses so far, all right? I think that's a testament that there's actually kind of in a James shortage right now. A James recession. James Spader? James T. Kirk? See, now I hit that one. That's the one I can... James McAvoy? Yeah, James McAvoy, yeah. James Hetfield? Seems like an important guts tunnel. Yeah, cutscene. Is this the final boss? And the boss? My teeth material.
What did you hope to accomplish by coming here?
So sick.
You have something that belongs to me, and I want it.
Video games. Video games are back. Alright. What are we doing? Whoa. Got a firewall. Yeah. Ow. Ow. Ooh, you got me with the fireball. Artifact usage. Tisk. Alright, I have it. Boy. That was a big whiff. Can't tell if I backfired the BFG or if I got hit with a fireball. KO, yeah. I think I gotta take a nap. Good to see this cutscene again. No, good news.
What did you hope to accomplish by coming here, mortal? You have something that
Yeah, probably
belongs
just
to
slipped.
me. And I
It's like a slick floor. I'll put a sign out. You can tear your gums with a soft bristled toothbrush at least twice a day. Doom Guy's here to tell us all about dental health. Doom Guy, take it away. Oh, lame. All right. Arc? I think they arc. It's never mattered before. Huh. I missed most of those rockets. Oh, okay. I ran into that one. I'm not sure how to... Not 100% on how to, I don't know, I get hit by those little meteors there. Oh. Killed lost souls. You on the moon? No, I'm in hell. Fighting the resurrection of evil. Wait. I gotta aim. Missing these rockets. What the heck? What the heck? This thing kind of dodged the worst of it. Like the AoE from the rockets is taking this. Oh! What? Oh.
Marine? Marine, welcome home.
Come on, for real? Alright. You know what? We don't need more than that. Didn't even need that much. Too much, actually. I was bored halfway through the single sentence. So, you know what? Good for them. What the heck? Alright, sure. It's Doom. Who cares? Yeah. Doomed again. Oh! I mean, this wasn't even it. The difference in level design is so funny. You can kind of tell. Well, I did shoot Betruger, Demon Betruger, to death. Is the Marine in heaven now? This iteration of Doom was not very explicit about what happens to the soul when it passes on. No, that is saved for a lecture by Samuel Hayden at the end of Doom Eternal. This song goes a little too hard for this game, if we're being honest. To me, Doom 3 is a very kind of grungy, bluesy, grimy sort of guitar, not this. Good track, though. Music, just the credits for Doom 3 now. The song's over. Oh. See, Activision did good things. No after credits. Alright. Doom 3. Resurrection of Evil. Complete. I almost wish they had leaned more into the psychedelic stuff. I really did like the like one level that clicked back and forth between a bunch of like corpses and stuff. Although it could have been a mod thing, but the actual clicking of the FOV from one thing to the other was very unpleasant. But that I can chalk that up to a mod. You know, they never knew this would be widescreen. Who knows what else? Anyway, when are you starting Ace Combat 5? Probably next Wednesday. I think so. I'm excited. I'm really excited to play Ace Combat 5. I'm excited to play everything. Luckily, there's lots of video games to play. Like, whatever I'm going to play tomorrow. I guess I could get back on Cyberpunk. But I think I might give that a break for a while. Maybe, there was Omicron, and there was one other Cyberpunk game. Yeah, I guess I need to get back on New Vegas. That's true. I need to pick up New Vegas. I can't let that game languish. Maybe I just put in a nice long day gaming on New Vegas. Sunday feels like a New Vegas day, right? Sipping on lemonade, listening to Mr. New Vegas. Yeah, that feels like the right call. All right, well, that's what I'll stream tomorrow with my selection of mods. There is a mod bouncing natural breasts, very natural, and they do bounce. So, very accurate title. What? The boobles, maybe? They're natural. It's beautiful. And if you don't like them or you have a problem with them, Twitch, then you don't like natural bodies. Yeah. Yeah, closing down the stream tonight. Closed out Doom 3, so that feels good. If they're natural, then why are you altering them? The game was unnatural to begin with. I'm restoring the natural female form to the game. Yes. Artist's intent preserved. That's what I'm doing tomorrow. But thank you for watching today. Appreciate it. If you stuck around for many of the raids, I do appreciate it. And if you're just watching anyway, thanks. But we'll raid on over somewhere else. And I hope to see you next time. So have a great rest of your weekend. Bye-bye.